All
Bob didn't
right.
make a noise.
So now we all go quiet, right?
Yeah. This awkward silence.
Jeff's got his Albini Raiders shirt on.
This Larkin gave this to me for Christmas.
Nice.
Oh,
Yep. It's not weathering too well in the wash, but it kind of makes it look even cooler.
Is it true, like if you turn them inside out, it's better?
Tried that. Sometimes it turns itself right side up back in the washing machine. Dude, that happens a lot, man. I'll throw something in there backwards and all of a sudden it'll come out right way. I'm like, all right, we'll just hang it up
Who
then.
knows what the hell's going on with those clothes in that washer, you know? It's like a discotheque,
Exactly. It's
right?
just a mishmash of fucking weird shit going on, man. It's a big orgy of water and fucking soap. Never know what you never know where the dick's gonna go. Anywho, got the 6-0 this week, did I?
Yeah.
Shit. Strong Saturday, Sunday.
And
Friday, Saturday.
we've got Bob from Rudie Cantfail on with us. Last time Jeff was not with us. So this is our first Bob and Jeff podcast.
Pretty impressed so far. So, Bob, I know that the league has changed substantially from the last time you were in it.
He wouldn't remember it anyway, right?
It was that long ago.
oh man.
So, I mean, I know the first year is going to be a learning curve. It really is because there is a lot to. I mean, it's just been shit that's been added on and added on and added on over the years. And even back in the day, there was no fucking minor league system of NA players, and even like your DL squad was only 5 guys, not 10. But it metamorphosed into this kind of really complex kind of like fantasy league. And when you got into this, did you have any idea what you were getting your ass into?
You know, I kind of knew, but it's like you don't know the kind of craziness until you actually get into the middle of it, right? And I mean, to make things worse, basically I've gone like 10 years plus without really paying attention to baseball. Like, Brian and I would always shoot each other texts, like, hey, some dude that I've never heard of just signed $100 million contract, or, who's this guy? He's the MVP of the league. Um,
Right.
so, I mean, there's a huge gap in time of just not knowing anybody at
I don't know.
all.
So a lot of it's about getting to know the players again.
Yeah, yeah,
I feel like that about hockey right now. Hockey was in its heyday in Chicago for a while, and then all of a sudden it fucking fell off. And then you just kind of like get bummed out by it, just because you're a fan and your team is not doing well. So you kind of get bummed out by it and you just stop watching.
See, Wirtz,
and
Wirtz was right. He said, if they televise these games, like, it's going to screw everything up.
It's not so much that. I mean, fucking, are they televising the games? I mean, I guess now you have to pay for it unless you got some fucking rabbit ears. Who the fuck's got those besides rabbits? I mean, Jesus fucking Christ. It's stop making it hard to watch your fucking games and you will have no problem. Simple as that.
why would I pay $30 a month to watch the White Sox and Bulls?
Yeah, watch White Sox, Bulls, and Blackhawks suck ass.
Right. I
So go
mean,
fuck yourself.
you know, I mean, I've got MLB Network, I've got the Yankees game on right now, like,
Yeah.
man, I'll watch the Yankees, the Brewers, I watch the Mets, like, man, I'm liking that. To me,
Thing
that's,
too is I got off cable and I went to Hulu Live. They don't have
yeah,
like Chicago Sports Net. That wasn't a thing. So with them. So I mean, therefore I kind of gave up my ability to watch the Blackhawks at home or the Bulls at home.
yeah,
And then they won't do Channel 9 anymore, really.
yeah.
So there's none of that. So the only thing we got to watch now is the Bears.
The
Really, that you
Bears.
don't have to pay to fucking watch.
Yeah, yeah.
And,
The
and
Bears.
God and
Podcast
God damn it.
rules.
And I think basically it's an NFL agreement, more or less. I mean, you don't get too many games. And, if it's like this, they're going to fucking rule the airwaves. Football will, because
Yeah, I
everything
mean,
else is pay-per-view.
they've kind of rolled things out. I think probably kind of slowly, slow enough. Putting games on Amazon, but everybody has Amazon, right? I mean, like two-thirds
I
of
don't
the
like when
country
those
probably
games
has
are
Amazon
on.
Prime.
I don't like when those games are on Amazon or Apple because I'm trapped. I don't know about your connection, but like it takes me like a minute or two to get in and out of the game.
Yeah,
I want to be able to
Yeah.
switch channels. go from Yankees to Mets, Red Sox to Mets, or MLB Network to Mets. Like I want to do it quickly. I
yeah,
want to like
You're better off
wait
watching on
around
your
for it to
computer.
happen. So
yeah,
usually I end up just skipping it. Unless it's a game I really want to watch, and then I guess that's where they're making the money because like I'm on the channel and the ads are even on. But
Right.
maybe what they're not accounting for fully is that even an older guy like me doesn't have the attention span that I'm going to sit there and just watch the same channel the whole time. I mean, I'm still a
Doesn't
man of
matter.
action.
It
I'm
doesn't
60.
matter. You saw an ad and you fucking clicked and watched their shit for a while. It doesn't matter to them. You can leave, it doesn't matter. You got on. That's the biggest fucking thing, is that you got on. You actively got on
But
to
I'm
watch that
saying
shit.
there's plenty of games that I won't get on because screw it. I don't want to do that. I don't want to be
Yeah.
trapped into watching. And plus, this subpar telecast usually. I mean, it's like I don't know if they've gotten better, but the first Apple baseball podcast, which I guess might have been last year or the year before, it was horrible. I don't know who the hell they had on there, but it was horrible.
Yeah. It's all the best people have been taken. They're trying to get their foot in the game. So now you got to listen to fucking who's that asshole from the A's that got like a perfect game years ago? Do you remember what I'm talking about?
I don't know, Dave Stewart.
No, this is like from maybe 10, 12, 15 years ago.
See, that's my gap in
Brady,
knowledge.
Brady. What the fuck? God damn it. Now I gotta go look it up.
I
But
can't. I
the
can't
thing
even
is,
think of the picture that I'm thinking of, and it's not the right guy anyway.
football
I
shares
might
all
have
the
the name
television
wrong.
revenue.
Zito. I was thinking of Zito.
No, it's not Zito. It's it's almost like having like Philip Hummer fucking throwing a perfect game. It's that
Brady.
type of fucking stupidity.
I think I remember. Yeah.
MLB perfect games. Pictures. Okay.
Like Bob, I started a league this year for the first year I'm in it, and another league. This is my second year. So even though I've been in this one for you know over 30 years, I know that like any new league you get in, you can anticipate, but it really takes you to get in there to plan for next year. Like, okay, now I know how
Yeah,
many relievers I'm gonna stock, or like it's just stuff that you can anticipate, but until you have it run through at least once, it's not going to be perfect. Like you're gonna fine tune, I guess what I'm saying, like your
yeah.
procedures, sort of.
Hey, so I found the culprit.
Yeah, what is his
The
name?
guy's name is Dallas Braden.
Dallas.
Oh
Okay,
my gosh,
I
yeah.
think I remember
I've
that
heard
name.
that name.
Do you remember when he was? I don't know if he was doing like the ESPN broadcast or whatever, but what a fucking showed. He's like Apple speed. But it's interesting. Let's go back and look at all the last perfect games. So do you guys remember who the last perfect game was by? It
I don't know.
Uh,
was only 2 years ago.
Really? One of the old guys, wasn't it?
You want five guesses?
no,
Just ask me some questions and I will lead you in the right
no,
direction.
just tell us.
Over 35?
I don't think he's over 35. It
Oh,
was the 24th game. Domingo Herman.
Yeah.
Does anybody remember that? It was June 28th of 2023 is when he threw this thing.
Oh, I was like in grade school back then.
All right. Well, the next guy was 11 years before that. There was an 11-year gap between perfect games, and Felix Hernandez threw the one before that. And that's number 23. Matt Cain the same year threw one, and Philip Humber threw also a perfect game. So there's three perfect games in the same year.
Humber threw a Hummer.
Now, also 2010, there was two perfect games: Roy Halladay and Dallas Braden. So exactly 15 years ago. So I was kind of right on the time frame on that. The year before that, Mark Burley. 5 years before that, Randy Johnson. Then you had 5 years before that, David Cohn. So you see the weirdness of like having three in the same year in 2012 is crazy when you consider that the last one, I mean, the last one was 2 years ago, but before that, it was 11 years. And then you had the three in 2012, and then there was two in 2010, so that's two. Then one the year before, so not. So I don't know if that was just something that they did. It could be. I mean, it's just weird, and I don't know if it's just like some weird reaction of coming out of the whole steroid thing.
Well, it was probably pretty difficult to get a perfect game in 2000, right? So,
Randy Johnson, 2004, David Cohn, 99, 98, David Wells, 94, Kenny Rogers.
Wow.
pre-chicken days. Wow.
Yeah. Dennis Martinez in 91, Tom Browning, 88.
What I'm
Mike
waiting
Witt,
for, what I'm waiting for is the immaculate perfect game. 81 pitches. That's it, you know?
that will never happen.
27 strikeouts.
That would never happen.
Come on. It could happen. It's possible.
No, it's possible, but it won't. That's like, yeah, that's like perfect, perfect, perfect. So, yeah.
You know, the
But if you
automated
look at
balls
it,
and
even
strikes might
going
help
back,
that.
what's that?
The automated balls and strikes could help that.
Yeah.
Yeah, imagine being the ump that blew the immaculate perfect game in the ninth inning on a
Well,
bad
who was
play.
that ump that blew the play at first base?
Jim
That was
Joyce,
that was Joyce. He did that on what's his name? Armando
Oh
Galarraga.
Gal-
yeah,
Galarraga?
Yeah.
No.
yeah.
I felt bad for him, but actually I remember that more because that happened. So,
Well, I
you
remember
know,
it more because the Joyce came back out and said, "I'm sorry, I fucked it up."
Galarraga was very gracious. I was talking
He
about
was. He was very gracious.
I was talking about you, Darvish, about an hour ago with my son. That how much I like you, Darvish, because I don't know if you remember, Yuli Gurriel was in the dugout and he did like the slant eyes thing. He was like, it's like he was like 12 years old, and he was like 34 or something at the time. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
So the next day, now Darvish in this society, you know, this culture that we live in, he could have like taken him to the press and gone like, you know, this shows all the anti-Asian hate and all this stuff. But Darvish just went like, you know, no big deal. Don't worry, you know, don't worry about it. And like
I'll
just
strike his ass out tomorrow.
completely let him off the hook. And Gurriel is obviously an effing idiot. You know, he's a dumbass. I mean, he's like in his 30s and he's still doing this stuff like you would do when you're like 8 years old. Not like we would do it, but I'm just saying like that's like something an 8-year-old kid would do. And he's like 32, 34 at the time. Anyways, but
Well, that's all these guys have done is play baseball, man. That's they are fucking big kids.
but
Yeah.
I thought that was really gracious of Darvish. So like, you know,
Oh,
besides
definitely.
being a great pitcher at one time, you know, I thought that just showed a lot of grace and kind of like I'm sure he thought that Gurriel's an effing idiot too, but he didn't want to like get into it. You know, so like it's
No, he
no
knew
big deal.
the court of public opinion was going to be on his side. So
Yeah.
why do you need to pile on?
Yeah. So
You know?
the world needs more you Darvishes, in my opinion.
So why did Darvish has been on what, like 6 teams now? Like why? Like how is that just the way the game is now, or
Well, number one, he gets hurt a lot. And number two, the Cubs were not going to contend, so they moved him over to fucking San Diego, got as much as they can because there was controllable years on the deal. And he hasn't been on that many teams. I think 4 total, but he's been in the league like 12, 13, 14 years. So let's take a
And
look here.
The Padres gave him at least 2 more years than anybody else would have would have given him. So he's a Padre.
Yeah, I mean, he's been there for a long time now.
He's pitching tonight, I think.
Really?
I have him in
Okay.
one of my leagues. I hope he does well.
Yeah, she. All right.
We had 2 different.
Here's Yu Darvish's splits here. So he was with Texas. He went to the Dodgers, Cubs. He went to the Dodgers in a trade year, then signed with the Cubs. Cubs signed him to this fucking long contract and then traded him off to San Diego, and they've had him ever since. So it's not like he's sucks. It's just the Cubs knew where their direction was going, and it didn't include Yu Darvish. So they got prospects. I think that's how they got Owen Casey, isn't it? Hold on a second. Let's see. You guys see me scrolling?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Hold on. There's going to be transactions down here somewhere. Fuck are they? Who the fuck's the transactions?
I got it. Owen Casey.
Was Owen Casey part of that deal?
Yep.
Yeah.
Reginald Preciado. And Zach Davies.
God damn it, I want to look at this. Oh, here we go. Jesus Christ, I blew right by it. Traded by the Cubs with Victor Caratini for Owen Casey, Ismail Mania, and Reginald Preciado. I don't know if he's still with the Cubs. I think he might be Preciado. But I mean, you got like fucking five guys there, and Owen Casey's like the stud of the group. And here's the thing. I'm glad the Cubs did not trade him at the trade deadline. I really am. Because you got to kind of see, some of these guys got to make it through. You just can't trade him off on a whim and this and that. You got to be smart about it. I know it's like he realizes, I think they realize what they have. And the way the Cubs have played the last month has been fucking god-awful. And a lot of it has to do with the fucking pitching, which there's pitching problems, yes. And, but I think, to be honest with you, I think that the Ricketts family, it's the best way to put this. There's no hiding what they did for me. They re-signed him before the trade deadline to give him job security so he didn't go fucking ape shit at the trade deadline and made him think about his long-term fucking health here is what they did. So do you remember right when they re-upped Jed Hoyer like 2 days before the trade deadline?
Yeah.
So do you not think that, rather than him go all in and just trade the fucking farm to put a winning team on that field, if he wasn't re-signed at that point, don't you think that's what he would have done?
More likely, yeah.
Yeah. So now that he got signed, okay, now all of a sudden trade deadline comes and he's really methodical in what he's going to do because he needs long-term health.
Yeah.
I mean, this could
So
be
that,
wrong,
like,
but it makes it seem like it's less likely that they'll sign Tucker because they kept both those outfield guys. But doesn't mean that they won't. But I think it sways.
I don't think Tucker's gone. Tucker's done. I don't even think they're going to want to sign him right now because right now he's hurt his own value so bad in the last month. I mean, he hasn't hit like. Dude, let's take a look at Tucker's stats and where he's at this year compared with everybody else. If you're in a contract year, this is not the year you fucking want. And it's nobody but his own fault. Can you still see that?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So yeah, he's got 18 home runs, 271. His on base percentage is fucking through the roof. He's got an 854 on base percentage or OPS. But here's the thing with the numbers he's putting up right now, that's not $500 million numbers.
It's still better than his career, right? His OPS plus is 7 points higher.
He's not worth that money. I mean, if you look at it over the years here, I mean, he had 993 last year. That's the whole thing that was juicing. I mean, he only played 78 games.
If the Cubs don't go to,
917 this year.
if the Cubs don't go to the World Series this year, maybe the best case scenario is that he gets extremely unlucky down the stretch and puts up mediocre numbers, but the underlying numbers are good, and then that makes it more likely they could sign him, because he's still
Do
a
you
good
think he
player.
wants to be in Chicago?
No, I don't think so. To be honest with you, I mean, where's he from?
I think he'll just,
He's
Florida.
from Tampa, Florida.
I think he'll just
My
go where
guess
the
is he
money.
might want to he might want to play for the fucking Rays or might want to play for Atlanta or somebody closer to home.
Atlanta's interesting, I guess.
But I think he's going to play for whoever pays him the most money, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And right now, sorry, you're a great player, dude, but not $500 million worth.
Maybe he'll go back with the Astros. He's a lefty hitter.
Look, there's a reason why they
He's
drafted
got
two
Correa
outfielders.
and Tucker.
There's
How about the
a
short
reason
porch
why
at
they
Yankee
traded.
Stadium?
Yeah. But there's a reason why the Cubs drafted two outfielders to start the fucking whole goddamn draft off. One of them is like 5'8". Like, how the fuck? And they're both college guys, which means they're not far away from the fucking majors, unless they really suck. But if you're a good college player coming through, I mean, within 1-2 years, you're up in the league.
Yeah.
Look at Matt Shaw. Look at Happ was like that, but he came up and went back down and had his rough spots. I don't know, he's a mediocre player to me. I don't think
Hey, Jeff,
that guy
minimize
can.
this. I'll put the standings up.
Okay, sorry.
So, Bob, you follow the Yankees and the Brewers. Are you a Brewers fan, Cubs fan?
Pretty much.
Sox?
Those are the two teams I've been following the most.
Brewers
Brewers?
and Yankees.
Yeah. I've
Brewers
got
are hot.
so my mom and dad met in high school up in Oak Creek, Wisconsin, and I spent big parts of my childhood were spent up in Oak Creek, up just outside of Milwaukee. So, I was growing up when the Harvey's Wallbangers were man, those are fun teams. Cecil
Did you see
Cooper.
the pop fly for the Harvey Wallbangers?
The what?
Pop fly?
No.
Okay, I don't know if you probably don't know what the fuck that is. I'm speaking so this guy makes so the reason why Chris and I went there a couple weeks ago was this guy that does a pop fly pop shop. He makes like comic book covers
Okay.
for this type of shit. So I've got a couple of baseball cards here. We went up to Milwaukee because he did like the Harvey Wallbangers kind of cover.
Hmm.
And I don't know. Give me 1 second, Lou. Let me show this to him. Let me bring this up so you can see what I'm talking about. I got to go to retired. Then I will
Brewers
share
in the
it.
series in 82, 83. What was it?
What's that?
Brewers were in the series in 82 or 83.
It was 82.
82.
White Sox were 83.
Where's the Harvey Wallbangers
And then the
one?
Cubs had a good year in 84, right?
83, the Orioles were in the series, though, right? Wasn't it?
Yeah, Orioles beat the White Sox that
Okay.
year in the playoffs.
I had mentioned, I don't know, a couple years ago on the podcast that my cousin went on a date with Robin Yount. And then I found out that it wasn't Robin Yount. I think it was Jim Gantner. So not a Hall of Famer, but she said he was a real dick. Like he just expected like he's a baseball player and she's going to sleep with him, on the first
Yeah.
date, So she, I'm assuming, at least the way she tells the story, she turned him down. So
Here we go. All right, I got it on his Instagram here. So let me just show you this real quick. So this guy makes comic book covers for like different things in baseball.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, so he's got the different players around
Oh
there, but he
man,
makes
yeah.
this like comic book like front cover. So I've got like 30 of these things. Larkin's got like 100. And this
Really?
goes back like 5 years. The ones that he started off at like $25 prints. They're now worth like 3 grand.
Wow.
But we've been like doing this shit. I got like the best one I got was like well, the one that probably make me a little bit of money, but Dick Butkus signed Maestro of Mayhem. Uh that's one I got. Next time when at the next draft, I'll show them to you
Yeah.
so you can see these things. But so he gave us a pack of cards, which he did like these comic book covers to each card, and got them all fucking squared away. But
because he and Larkin went up to the
this is
Brewers game
Contreras.
a week ago, right?
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it was 2 weeks ago, basically. And then we got Bryce Terang. But he gave out a pack of these cards to like the first 10,000 people that showed up or whatever.
Really?
Yeah. And Chris, is on like a speaking basis with him on Facebook and stuff like that. So, Sal
Uh-huh.
Frelick. So he found out, he was just texting him, DMing him through Facebook, saying, "Hey, where you at? Blah, 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 this, blah, 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 that." Chris even made some cards that like of his shit and melded them with something else using the computer and stuff. And it was like, they love those. So it was like using his work to make some other shit to come back to them and giving them an idea. It's really cool. It's really cool what they do.
So Jeff and Chris kept getting back in line to get more cards, and then they kind of recognized, like, wait, you guys have been in line. This is like your fourth time.
The fake
Hey.
mustaches on.
Yeah. Fake mustache. This one I got the fake eyebrows on. Last time I had blonde eyebrows. Now I got black ones. I look like Groucho Marx. Funny nose glasses. All right, put your shit up, man. What are you
Yeah.
waiting on me for?
So, well, we'll look for Rudy and Dad's here. So Rudy's got the biggest games underage, so that's not going to help their plight.
Yeah, fucking play some people.
However, Rudy is the paragon of pitching pace prudence at plus 16 innings, so that's about roughly where you'd like to be. Rudy was a 2-game straw spinner with Hack this week.
What's that?
That's where your
record. You lost place since Thursday.
Yeah, Friday ticker.
You lost 2 games since Thursday.
Since the Friday ticker, yeah. Predicted top 4. None of us are on that. Oh, look at Shay Langmuggleers. It's like in Step Brothers, like the
Silence of the Langmuggleers.
It's like Pam in Step Brothers, right? Pamn. There's an N on the end. No, it's Pam.
Pamna.
Oh, panned. There's a D at the end. All right, so none of us had any of these either.
Jason Alexander, being
Well, the gag
a free agent.
Well, he's like a free agent and shit. This guy will not leave me the fuck alone when I'm trying to talk to somebody.
Frankie.
Never. Never.
So here's the standings. Daddy's moved up pretty good. It went from 52 and 56 to 58, 56. Moved up to 6th place.
Yeah, I went from like 9th to fucking 6th.
Virtual tie for the King of the Offseason honors. and then from there you're only 5 games out of a money spot. So that's not much.
Well, hopefully I can do another 6-0 this week, and if I get on a hot run here, I might be able to get into money or get to fifth place at least. I'm fighting with Gambler's Spear.
Rudy, I'm sorry I did it to you, but I booted you by a point for that 1-5. I was the lucky guy that went 1-5, and
That was crazy. I saw that too. I was like, holy my fucking, oh my God.
I just got a stat correction today too.
Well, he does this after the stat corrections.
so, but yeah, back-to-back 0-6s for Rudy. It's kind of
Yeah.
means that Doug's streak is looking good to stay intact. 10.5.
I'm just looking to,
11.5.
beat the Rockies, I think, this year at this point. Stay ahead of them.
So, well, hopefully Rudy will finish up stronger than they've done since the All-Star break anyway.
So here's one thing that will help you. And what I saw was that you have like a lot of like players that haven't played positions. So number one, I know it's kind of difficult and shit to check it every day, but you're gonna have to in this league.
Yeah.
But the thing is, if you can find players that play multiple positions, that's everything. Because they're so interchangeable and shit like that. You got some guys that just like, okay, we're not playing today, but you got maybe 3 other guys that can play that position. So if you can get good interchangeable guys that play multiple positions, that is a plus.
Yeah, that's what, I'm like minus 55 games, I think, on catcher or something like that.
Yeah.
And
That's the other thing too. You need like 2 good catchers and a good backup.
yeah,
It's almost
but
like
I was hoping at the beginning of the year, I took Ben Rice, and I thought that they would be playing him at catcher a lot earlier than they did. So I was kind of counting on Ben Rice, getting a lot of at bats, playing first base, catcher, DH probably, but
He'll
it
have
took
it
him
for
about
right.
half the year.
he'll have it for next year though, so that's good.
Yeah,
he did catch 5 games this year.
yeah, finally.
Okay,
And
that's
he's
good.
catching tonight. So
Well, that's fucking awesome. Then he's going to have that designation next year, and that's going to benefit you. And if that's the thing about young guys though. It's like how the team incorporates them is what you're dealing with.
yeah,
You could do it too, where you don't have to have a backup catcher. You could have one stud and then just stream the second spot. There's guys that do
True.
that and they do pretty well with it.
Yeah.
I mean, I when the Padres traded for me, and I picked him up. I dropped him afterwards, but just thinking, hey, this guy's actually going to play. Like, I don't care if he's going 0 for 3 half the time, but at least he's going to actually play.
That's the most important fucking thing is making sure that body's in there. Even if he gets like, here's the thing: if you don't have anybody in that spot, they're getting 0. If you have
Yeah.
somebody in that spot, maybe even if they get 1, that's more than you had before.
I could have knocked Lou down to 0-6 this week.
Yeah.
Or tied. Yeah. You both would have got a 0-5.
As far as the Buddha, Rudy's like in the middle.
And what's this?
This is what your win-loss record would be based on your total points.
It
Okay.
stands for boned up the ass.
Yeah. So 32 points is the average amount of points that it takes to get an extra win or an extra loss, away from the average. So according to Buddha, you should be 35 and 78. But McBride's are the Buddha Kings, and they should have 6 more wins than they have.
Yeah, they're getting screwed
According to points.
without lube.
And so in Let's Play is our lucky laggards. They're 5 wins, almost 5 wins over what they should be according to points. But some of this is gamesmanship too, right? If you've got 500 points going into late games on Sunday, I mean, like you don't put your pitchers in because you don't need it. Well, this week Jeff needed it because he had 511, but I think Satch had 501. So Jeff needed pretty much all of his.
Well, Satch had a very bad day.
Yeah.
And that helped me get past him by a few points. But he had a rough day. So he only got like 34 points. There were some pitchers that got him negative and stuff that kind of washed out. I think his pitching points was like -1.
Yeah. So you can
And
see
then
like
it
both these
fucked
guys
up his hitting shit.
both these guys gained a couple of games on weight. So weight, if weight was feeling the weight of being in first a month ago, he's
Oh,
really
he's
feeling
feeling
it
it
now.
now.
I mean,
And good luck making up those pitching innings and shit like that when there's nothing but trash on the heap.
he's done a really good job with that actually. His underage is much more manageable now. It's like
Oh
almost
no
not,
shit.
he's at 36 under.
Okay.
So
36 under. Okay, so he made up some
let's
spots.
Play's 88 under. So he's
So
got his
here
Wow.
was one happy accident that happened this week for me was that I was trying to get KC's guy Burgert
yeah.
or whatever. And I waited up to
Padres.
2 o'clock in the morning and then I got crossed up with some shit and forgot about it for 15 minutes. And this fucking guy, Mike, God bless him, fucking snuck in there and snagged him real quick. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I didn't think anybody would take him. So I was left with like, okay, well, Joey Wentz is starting tomorrow, so why not? Joey Wentz did way better than the first option. So it was a happy accident. And thank you, Mike, for taking Burgert, because you saved me the fucking problem.
But
Earning innings for no points.
as far as the Satch and weight thing at the top, and Bizzotti's actually in second, and they're looking good. Their overage is not ridiculous. I mean, it's a little high, and their games played is fine. I mean, they're a little over, but like I said, I'd rather be a little over than a little under. But look at Satch's overage has come down to plus 54. It's a lot better than it was like plus 90 something maybe a couple of weeks ago. So
Yeah.
both Satch and Waite have managed their overages and underages pretty well here. So
What's
it's
going on
becoming.
what's going on with Kimmler here? He's like -88. Did he just like stop playing? What the fuck's going on with this man? Is he okay?
Well, he's definitely hit a rough stretch.
Yeah.
He is 2-10 the last 2 weeks, 5-13 the last three. So
I'm gonna call somebody to do a health check on him.
but here's Rudy. So you can see Rudy just on a per games played basis has the worst hitting in the league, and coupled with the largest underage. Obviously, that's adding up to bad bad hitting points. The good thing is that their pitching is at least in line with everybody. I can't do the rank here. It's actually pretty good, and they're 16 over, which is a good place to be. The bullpen is 118, and the average in the league is 283. So the Rudy's quite a bit under. And so what Rudy's doing well is the non-bullpen pitching. That would be the best part of the team. But
I really messed up. Well, Class A was a big mistake, clearly. Um, I took him in the expansion draft, and
Oh
here's
man.
a guy who's been lights out for what 3 years,
Now he's a gambler.
and
And
he's
now he's probably gonna he's I they are thinking that both those guys are gonna get banned from baseball for life.
probably.
That is disappointing.
if they
I mean,
don't,
the other guy was just a fucking like mid-range relief pitcher, but Class A was fucking like top notch.
well, Ortiz was a starter. I mean, he could have
Yeah.
been a starter, but
Well,
I
Luis
saw
Ortiz
something
was
about it.
there.
Ortiz had only made, I forget, he hadn't actually made all that much money, in the majors. So I don't know what Class A, what his contracts have been like, but um,
I was not a proponent of this online gambling shit. I mean, I think it's just a fucking tax. It's just a way to fucking like suck more money out of the public when we're getting it. The money is getting sucked out of us regardless because all these corporations need to make money they have to have new ways to make money, so they keep taxing us. And then all of a sudden, you're going to throw this online gambling thing out there, so people are just like betting on a whim just to get out of debt, and then they get
Yeah.
themselves in worse debt. It doesn't make any fucking sense. This is an attack on the have-nots, is what it is right now. And I'm not going to get on a soapbox, but I'm just going to say that.
I mean, I haven't opened up one of those accounts, and I sort of thought that I would, but I realized for base,
Don't do it.
I think I would do it for football. Bet on like one or two or three games a week.
It's parlays and all that shit. It
But
just gets you
baseball,
fucking, next thing you know, it's like, okay, it's just $2.
but
Oh, it's just $3. Oh, it's just $5.
baseball's
And then
every
next thing you
day.
know, it's like you're not winning anything, and just like you're pissing fucking money out the window.
Baseball's every day, and for me to enjoy it, it would be like a full-time job for me. I mean, to really figure out what the odds are, like does it make sense to go this way on it? I mean, it's so much effort. Like I don't mind doing that for a fantasy league, like over the winter, once a year. But I don't want to do. I'm not going to do it on Tuesday and Wednesday and Saturday and Sunday. I mean, forget it. I mean, and the other way to do it is to not put that much effort in and just seat of your pants kind of thing. But I think I don't know. That's not what I would enjoy doing anyway. So I haven't done it, and
Yeah.
I don't think I ever will. But the
No,
thing,
I'm not. Here's the thing: when it comes to sports gambling, there's anything that can happen. And here's these fucking stories coming out with like the feds and this and that. How can you trust any of these fucking players anymore? Why are you going to put your money at risk for somebody who might not be fucking straight about their shit?
because it doesn't make any sense. I mean, these guys are making so much money; they should be impervious to any gambling
Yeah.
temptations. The thing they have to get rid of, and which might happen, I mean, I'm not saying it will, but is get rid of these ridiculous prop bets. Like if one of the prop bets was like, is it going to be a ball or a strike the first pitch? Just get rid of that shit.
So
Because
Ohio,
That's shit that people play in the stands, though. You know what I mean? That's just shit that people play when they're in the stands.
but if you're
Did
class
you ever hear
A,
the cup game or whatever?
if you're class A making 5, 10, 15, 20 million, I don't know what he was making a year.
Like
$5 million.
20 million.
If you can
Five.
if you can do a prop bet on like
Five?
what is the first pitch going to be
Yeah.
a ball or a strike, then it becomes more possible that something could happen. So you got to get rid of these individual player prop bets, these stupid things that to bet on, like when the Super Bowl when they bet on the coin toss or something.
Yeah.
That has no. I'm just not interested in that kind of thing at all. If I was interested in that, I would just go to the casino and do the roulette wheel, all day.
Right. So I know Ohio has introduced some state legislation to outlaw those sort of prop bets, the first pitch type of
Baseball's got to
deals.
do it. It would be better if they did it.
Or whether the baseball wound up on the mound or not after the fucking inning was over.
Oh yeah, I
Remember that whole fucking
Yeah.
game?
Yeah.
But this is not like the old times where you could possibly get away with stuff. This stuff is so easy to notice now, so easy to track. You can see, oh my god, boy, we took a lot of action on the first pitch prop bet tonight.
Right.
It's like it's just stupid. I mean, I don't know what the story is with Clase and Ortiz. There was even somebody was talking conspiracy theories that like even if Clase wasn't doing it for money reasons, was his family threatened or something? Because they were talking about David Ortiz getting shot at that cafe in the
Right.
Dominican.
Well, that was an accident. That guy was shooting at somebody else.
Right.
Even worse than that, how about Octavio Dotel when the roof just came down on him?
Hmm.
He was
Yeah.
watching a fucking goddamn like band play, and the roof fell down on him.
Yeah.
That's some bad fucking luck.
Terrible way to go.
Yeah. And did I ever tell you that story of that when I met that dude? I think I might have done it.
I don't think you did.
So I met Octavio Dotel, and this was
Dotel.
so basic Dotel. So basically, this is how it went down. So I bought tickets for at the time, my fiance, Mother's Day tickets to her, and she was a Cubs fan. So I bought her 2 tickets to go to the Cubs game for Mother's Day. She could take whatever friends she wanted to go. Well, she decided to go to Arkansas to visit her like relatives that weekend or whatever, so she couldn't use the tickets. So she's like, "You go, fuck, no, just go, you know." So I took the tickets. I took my buddy. He upgraded the tickets because they were up top, looking down, not off the first baseline, not too bad. But he upgraded the tickets since I was taking him. He decided, well, I'm going to pay an extra 60, 70, $80 and make these better tickets. So then we were down the first level.
Your friend was not named Lou St. John.
No, not at all. And now that I know that, I will never take you to a baseball game. No, I'm kidding. Anywho, so we're out to get food. We're like in the bottom level, halfway up on the first base side. And we went to go get food. And I'm reading, like, back in the day, I don't know if you guys do this, but I always bought the media guides.
Yeah.
And those are really fucking great. It's got like every fucking important detail. I think it's what they use up in the booth and shit when they need to find something. But now that's called baseball reference. But if they want to know something about the team and shit, they can flip through that fucking thing and real quick. That was what they used back in the day. That's why they call it a media guide. So I'm flipping through this thing. My buddy Mike's up there fucking getting like an Italian beef or something. I'm sitting here sipping the fucking beer, reading my media guide. And these girls come up to me and she goes, "Hey, these are really good seats and you look like you're a big Cubs fan. Do you want these seats? They're like first row." I'm like, "Sure." It was Murphy's bleacher seats. And these girls got them from Murphy's bleachers for some reason. And they didn't want to sit there anymore. And they were bored with baseball. And they just like, okay, we showed up, blah, blah, blah. Let's get the fuck out of here type of thing.
Yeah.
So they give us the fucking tickets. So this is back when you had stubs. So Mike comes back. I'm like, "You're never going to believe this shit." He's like, "What?" And he's like stuffing his face full of fucking Italian beef. I'm like, "We just got first row stubs." He's like, "What?" So we went down and it literally, this was, I swear to God, 1 year removed from the whole Chad Kruger thing where he jumped in the fucking like stands and was fighting with Cubs fans to get his hat back. Remember that shit?
Yeah.
That was the same year the league, or what the fuck his name is, the guys fucking attacked the White Sox,
Oh,
or
the Tom
the
Gamboa.
Royals. Yeah. So
Yeah.
those two fucking assholes that attacked the first base coach was the year before. I believe it was the year before, the same year that the shit happened at the Cubs. Because I remember back in the day going, "Dude, what kind of fucking fans are we? What's going on here?" Yeah, on the south side, they attacked the first base coach. On the fucking north side, players are going into the stands to beat ass. What the fuck are we doing? So anyway, it was a year after that. So we walked down to these seats, and it's literally is back in the day when the bullpens were on the fucking sides. Okay, right after the Reynolds wrap fucking tarp, then you have the bullpen on the first base side. So we sat down there, and all of a sudden, all the fucking and these girls were hot. Number one, too. They gave us our tickets. They probably left because those guys creeped them. To be honest with you, they were fucking smoke shows. So then we come down and sit in those same seats they were sitting in, and all the players were like up in arms, like, "What the fuck's going on?" Blah, blah, blah. I showed them, I'm like, "They thought you guys were too ugly. They had to go. They gave us their tickets." They're like, "Oh, what the fuck, man?" You know? It was fucking great. But Octavio Dotel, he goes, "No, no, no, you stole those from those girls." Blah, blah, this. He was like looking at me in the face and saying this, that, and the other thing. And I go, "Who the fuck are you?" I couldn't see his back of his jersey to tell who he was. I go, "Who the fuck are you?" He goes, "Don't worry about who the fuck I am." And then eventually he turned around. I go, "Octavio, you fucked my fantasy league." And he turned around. He goes, "That's because you don't pay me enough." We just start laughing, and it turned into this like really fun, like kind of like interaction with these guys and stuff. It was I'll never forget it. This guy was he was like the catcher for the bullpen guys. And he's like, "Yeah, I've been in this league for 18 years." And then it's like, I go, "How come I don't have a baseball card of you?" The rest of the fucking, because he's been a career bullpen catcher. He's just been one of the coaching staffs for so long. But I know it sounds kind of fucking harsh right now, but at the time it was just all good and fun, and he was blowing me shit, and I blew it right back at him. But anywho, that's my Octavio Dotel story when I met Octavio Dotel.
And one of his many stops through the major leagues, right?
Octavio Dotel was a really good pitcher, to be honest with you. I thought he was good. He, like any other relief pitcher, got lit up at times. But he's a pretty damn good pitcher.
Hey, I don't know if you guys noticed, but today MLB Pipeline updated their top 100. So do you want to take a look at that?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I haven't looked at that yet.
So I'm trying to get more involved in this prospect thing, but they're just names and numbers to me. I mean, not stats. I mean, like ranks, But anyways, good
Hey,
to
can I
get.
say something real quick? Octavio Dotel played from 1999 to 2013. His career WAR was 15.8, which is mostly as a reliever, which is good. As a
Yeah,
reliever, pretty damn good.
yeah,
He was 59 and 50 win to loss ratio. His ERA for his career was 3.78. He played in 758 games, started 34. He had 109 saves in his career.
107 ERA plus.
His innings pitched was 951, but his strikeouts were 1143.
109 ERA plus.
yeah.
What's his ERA plus?
His ERA plus is 119.
119. Jeez, I'm way off. Yeah, because that's a hitter's era. So 3.78 is good.
So he was a very good pitcher, and
Yeah.
you know what? God rest his soul. The dude was a really class act, and he was pretty cool. And that's out to Octavio Dotel. You're a great player. I don't think he's Hall of Fame worthy, but great player.
So you guys want to look at this? Just
Yeah.
Sure.
Griffin's on Let's Play, right? I think he's
I
already on a team now.
Hold on a second. Let's take a look. I will look on my end if you want to like throw shit out there.
I know DeVries is the guy that the Padres traded to the A's for the Mason Miller and JP.
That was a
trade.
big fucking price to pay, to be honest with you.
I don't know if you know anything of mechanical. Sebastian Walcott, there's a name I know. Not drafted this year. Jesus Made, I've seen that name. Weatherholt for the Cardinals. Bubba Chandler, you're wondering when he's going to get called up to the Pirates. Here's Basalo for the Orioles. Still waiting for his chance. You guys got any of these guys?
No.
Connor Griffin is with Let's Play.
Yeah, so he's just.
Let me see here.
He was just drafted this year, right?
Yeah.
Because a lot of the other guys that were drafted this year are not in Yahoo yet. I don't know why
No, I don't think he was drafted this year.
Oh, okay. He must not have been.
I think he was a high school guy picked last year.
Okay.
I don't think a lot of the guys that are like drafted this year are actually in the system yet.
They shouldn't be. Yeah, usually they're not. So I was curious about that. Okay, so I didn't know that Griffin was not drafted this year.
Usually, if it happens, it's usually around September when basically the Major League Baseball supplements like their league with a couple extra players, and all of a sudden it opens up a few spots and this and that and all that fucking
It used
other
to be
shit.
crazy, man. It used to go to 40 guys, whatever. Now it's just
Yeah.
58,
It
I
really
think.
depends on the team needs too. I mean, because look at Chris Sale was up the year he was drafted
Right.
as a relief pitcher.
All right. So nothing to say about these guys. I'll go down.
Nope. Scroll down a little bit there. Let's see.
Painter, is that a dad?
Ethan
And none of
Holiday,
those guys either.
he was a draft pick this year.
Is Painter on a dad's? No, is that Let's Play? Is that the guy who spent
Oh,
$83 on?
somebody's got him.
I think Let's Play put $83 fab on him. Is that the guy?
It might be. Hold on. $83 a fab on anybody.
There's Ethan Holiday.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Willits, that's a new guy. Willits is new.
See all. I'm gonna go scroll back. I'm gonna go back in time.
Eldridge, if he can field the position, will be the first baseman for the Giants, and Devers will be the DH. There's Bazana for the Guardians.
Jesus Christ. Who's got? Oh, wait a minute. All right. So what player was that? We're talking about
Painter.
Fab dollars.
Painter's
Who?
the guy that you had, and I think
All right, hold on.
Let's Play has him now. I think that's the right guy.
Let's Play does have him. Hold on, history.
That's got to be the highest fab bid we've ever seen.
83 fucking dollars and 316. The thing is, I dropped him because I had too many like NA guys and I had to drop somebody and I dropped him and he picked him up for 83 fucking dollars
Whoa.
and 316 and the guy hasn't pitched one pitch all year.
Yeah, that could be a record that stands. Our fab dollars haven't always been constant, but we're probably settling into this 120 range. But I'm pretty sure that that's going to stand the test of time. That's going to be the big one.
Fab dollars don't matter for shit as long as you regulate how much you can trade, and people are just going to throw more out there the more you go.
Well, yeah,
That's all there is to it.
luckily the beer league salary is not dependent on the fab bid, so it doesn't matter. He's just a $1 guy.
Yeah.
Zaire Hope, this is the guy that came from the Cubs, right?
Yep.
Is that right? Okay, yeah. What deal was that?
That was
The Michael Bush? The Michael Bush?
Yep, that was Michael Bush.
Okay. Hey, we got a Met. Carson Benj or Bengi. I don't know how to pronounce his name.
He's on my team.
Oh, all right.
I've got him. He's in your fucking system.
I haven't heard about these guys. No, I've heard of Benj. I just don't know how to pronounce his name. Lawler for the Diamondbacks. Franklin Arias, Lombard.
I've got Lombard.
I did trade Trey Savage to Platinum Sombreros in the deal that got me Matthew Boyd.
Okay, so he's 26. Seth Nunes. Come on.
Lazaro Montez was the one he wanted. Bait and switch me really quick. And I didn't figure that out until after the trade was. I'm like, you agreed to this other one. So, yeah, that's my guy too, Lazaro Montez.
But he wanted the 29 guy and he got the 26 instead. That's pretty good.
Dude, I mean,
virtually no difference between with those guys.
The hell.
All right. Jet Williams, that's my favorite. That's probably my favorite Mets prospect, just because he might be nothing or he might be one of those overachieving, Lenny Dykstra kind of guys, or whatever.
5'7".
Yeah, 5'7". I was going to say, I think he's 5'7". So
he's a sprite.
He's small, even by Lou St. John or Norm Lund standards. So
you're expecting him up this year. He's going to be like a September call up at 21 years old.
I don't know.
I think he doesn't get called up till next year.
Well, now that they have Mullins, I don't know what room they have for him, but
yeah, really nothing. But if there's somebody going to call up, it's somebody who can play multiple positions. Yeah, so there you go.
After the minor league season's over anyway, that's fine.
I want to see the Cubs bring up Braden Montgomery. I want to see what this kid can do. They already fucked it up with Colton Montgomery. You know, it's like they waited and waited and fucking. He's one of those. I don't know. I think Colt Montgomery's one of those guys that plays up to his
Colson,
league. Colson,
he's doing
He's
well,
been
though,
pretty
isn't
hot,
he?
right?
dude, that guy's fucking on fire.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Dude, I be honest with you, Larkin offered me him and a bunch of other dudes, and it was a fucking fair trade, but it was for like Soto and Marte. If it was just for Soto and somebody else rather than Marte, I'm like, come on, man, you're that's a lot. So it didn't work out. But that was yeah. He's probably glad he didn't trade him. He's probably glad I said no.
I think more likely for the Mets is McLean or Tong or the other pitcher they have. The hell's his name? Sproat.
I've heard of Sprout.
Because they're getting some crap production out of like Frankie Montas. So I think that's a lot more likely that you'll see one of the Mets pitching prospects get called up. I don't know about Jet Williams because they just don't need that kind of depth right now.
No.
I was kind of surprised they traded for Mullins because he's even his defensive metrics are kind of down, and those are not perfect and they could vary, but I don't know. I don't
I want
know.
to see Noah Schultz pitch. That motherfucker's 6'10".
Yeah.
He's like big unit, like I don't know if he's got a big unit, but I mean he's like big unit. He's like fucking Randy Johnson.
Did you see that
Left-hander.
picture of Randy Johnson and Ichiro the other
Uh-uh.
day? There's a
No.
cool picture where,
Oh, they put the two together and he's like
yeah,
fucking twice his size.
well, because Ichiro took Johnson's number,
No shit.
so when he went, so I didn't realize this, but like Randy was, Johnson was holding up five and Ichiro had one, and yeah, I
Jesus
mean
Christ, it's
Johnson
storming
doesn't
around
even.
here.
I'm not sure I would even recognize Johnson other than the fact that he's 6'10". Like he does not look like Randy Johnson.
No. He looks like some really tall dude that'll fucking like what's the best way? Like, I don't know. He just looks like some really tall dude that will not mow your lawn, but
Do your
I don't
water
know, just like
garden?
some Midwestern kind of dude that's just like around. That's 6'10".
Well,
Yeah,
he's a rock photographer now, right?
What he may be. I know he was really into photography. I didn't want to say that because that would have been too easy. I was searching for something else that was more smart, and I wasn't smart.
I think he shot some like like Rush concert footage and stuff like that. And I was thinking like you could dress him up in a dark wig and people he probably could pass off as Geddy Lee.
Best thing about him is like no matter where he fucking stands, he's got a view.
Yeah,
Simple as
right.
that. He's 6'10". He can see over everything. I mean, hell, I'm 6'4", and I like to stand in back because I fucking have this like I don't want to ruin somebody else's time with my head in the fucking way of their shit. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
I stand in the back. I mean, I've got eyesight. I can see, even if it's like if it's 50 feet or if it's 100 feet. Who gives a fuck? You can still see it. You're in the middle. You're in the front. The sound sounds good. That's all that really matters. But I like to stand in the back.
I'm 6'1", but Johnson towers over me. So
I don't get these people that like fight for position and shit. It's like, what the fuck's wrong with you? You're in a fucking rock show.
right.
this guy was
I
a
was at a
real
rock show one time where fucking like some girl got mad at a friend of mine because he was in her space, like up by the fucking front of the stage. I'm like, what fucking space are you? Oh, bitch, what the fuck are you talking about? You're in a rock show. There is no such thing as space.
my
She
wife.
just won't.
My wife was a big music fan. And one of her favorite bands was Hot House Flowers. The Irish band.
No, no.
So she saw. I think it was this band. I think it was Hot House Flowers. She went to a show in Chicago, and she got there really early. and she said this other girl was muscling in on her space, and Diane like kind of like shoved her, and then finally like she gave her like a big elbow. She's like, no one is fucking this night up for me. Like she she would
She almost fucked it up
kick
for
the shit
herself
out of
because they
her. Yeah,
started to get in a big fight and shit.
yeah.
Next thing you know, you get kicked out and you can't see the show.
So the other girl backed off, and I was like, "Geez, that's not the Diane that I know."
Oh,
All right, you ready to move on here?
I just texted you guys that picture if you want.
oh,
What is it?
I just texted it to you guys.
oh,
Oh yeah.
nice. Love it. Ichiro is one of my favorite players.
He's like the coolest guy, isn't he?
Yeah, and I really like Randy Johnson too. Dude, look. I mean, my girlfriend lives out that way, and she's a Seattle Mariners fan and all this other stuff. But there's just a good vibe about the players that have played on that team that have done well.
Yeah,
Every one of them.
yeah,
You know, there's, I don't know. That's it could be a very, like, I'm very Seattle friendly. I prefer the White Sox, but they've never won a World Series, and I kind of want to see them win one.
yeah, yeah,
You know what I mean?
They've
yeah.
got a shot. They've got a shot this
Give
year.
them their fucking due.
They're a good bet to go to the playoffs, and they're going to get Bryce Miller back by next week.
The team's been around for almost 50 years. So let's get them their due, man. I
They
mean, it's
didn't
like
trade their. They didn't
this is a
trade their
very good
bullpen.
year for them.
They
What
didn't
they
trade
did at
their.
the trade deadline was not bad.
They
And I
didn't trade
think
their
that,
bullpen pieces. They kept Munoz and Brash, and
dude, their offense is fucking tight.
they've got a
And
chance.
I am hoping like hell that Logan Gilbert picks it up towards the end of the year.
Yeah, he's got to step it up a bit, and Raleigh can't fall off too much, although you expect he
No,
will.
he started to though. That's him and Pete Crow Armstrong started falling off for me. That's why I had a rough week the last couple weeks.
Well, Raleigh was on such a pace, but he's also the catcher, right? And that's got to be hard as the season goes on. Like
Exactly. Absolutely.
maybe they'll DH him more days than they have been. Who's their backup there?
Dude, I can remember
Garver?
3 times in the last 2 months they gave him a day off. Complete day off.
Dan Wilson from Potato or from Barrington.
Is it Garver? Is that their backup?
I have no idea.
Yeah, Carver.
I mean,
Jesus Christ. We're about to
this
get
could have
some
been from
fucking
last year.
serious
I can't
ass
remember
rain.
who it is.
Bob, are you getting the same fucking noise I am?
No, I just dropped my water bottle, so I don't know.
You know, in England they call it a ball.
Look at this. We might have another JoJo in MLB.
Jojo Park? No, that kid just got drafted. He just got drafted. He's got a fucking twin brother who is not his identical twin, but more of a fraternal twin. His other brother is bigger than him. He's like, well, wait a minute. He's like 6'2". His other brother's like 6'3" or 6'4". And I can't remember what his first name is.
He got drafted this year too, right?
Yeah, they both
Yeah.
did. But his other brother was like, he was like fourth or fifth round or third or fourth round.
I think he's JJ.
Yeah.
Isn't he JJ
No,
Parker?
he wasn't JJ. I would remember that.
So there's Jonathan. He's
Yeah.
Jacob.
he's a lollygagger now. And there's Casey.
Was he really?
There's Carson Williams and
What's it? What did you like about it? Was his tong to tong tong tongs?
it's because his last name rhymes with Bong. I just thought that was so cool. I had to take it. No, it was just whatever was on my list. He was higher than Reimer. I dropped. He was also a Met.
Yeah.
So
Carson Williams, man, I've been seeing stuff about this kid, man. He's interesting.
Williams.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't you just kind of take a look at every pitcher that the Rays have? You know, All their young guys
Dude,
are.
to be honest with you, here's the thing though. They'll only pitch from the fucking second inning to the fucking seventh.
Right.
Those guys are the worst about throwing somebody in there for one inning to start the game off. It's like, what the fuck? We're
They
trying to
got Christian
recreate the
Moore.
game. You know, it's like Cooper Pratt.
I got number 50 there.
Oh, you got Christian Moore?
Christian
Yeah.
Moore.
I heard about it. He was up this year once, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I'm starting him right now. I mean,
Okay.
he's going through a little bit of a rough patch, but he got hurt. They brought him up, then he got hurt, and brought him back, and I think he's been up for, I don't know, maybe 5 games.
Tate is the catcher for the Twins. He came over from Philly in the Duran deal.
Yeah.
There's DeLauder for the Guardians.
He's like the main cog of that deal. He's like supposed to be pretty fucking good. I don't know. He's 18 years old. How can you say he's really fucking good at 18 years old?
I got
CJ Capis is interesting. He just came up
Yeah,
and
I
he's
got
been
him.
hitting the
He's
piss
active.
out of the ball.
Yeah,
Who's got that guy?
I do.
No shit. So he's been hitting the piss out of the ball right away, huh?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I kind of got surprised a little bit because, a couple of these guys, like pitcher for the Yankees, Sittler, got brought up too, and I wasn't
Oh, you're
expecting them
talking
to
about
get
Cam Schlittler?
Littler. Yeah,
Yeah.
You know what? Could you imagine if he had a brother named Kyle?
right.
I don't need to say it, but fuck yeah, man. I mean, shit. The fuck is
But
that?
these guys got brought up, and I wasn't really expecting it. You know, so
Well,
it kind of
dude, any little help you get from the outside is
yeah,
always fucking welcomed.
it just kind of messed up like the whole roster. It's kind of like I've got a lot of guys that are okay, and then you just go, okay, I've got all these guys that are in this like, kind of
But here's the
interchangeable
thing, though.
almost. Who do I get rid of?
Those guys are going to be $1 keepers next year.
Yeah,
So here's the thing: is you got to remember who your fucking tight ones are that came up. If they're $1 keepers, if you had them, well, this is your fucking inaugural season, so everything you got for NA and shit's going to be $1 keeper. But you don't have to worry about the NA side of it. But anybody who came up from NA is a $1 keeper. So I mean, unless you picked them up off another team and they had money on them, but
I mean,
Your
NA
NA
I'm
guys,
hoping.
I made that more confusing than it should have been.
your NA guys are able to be kept at their salary minus $1. So a normal NA guy can be kept for nothing. You know.
Yeah. Normal NA guy, if he stays on NA, kept for nothing. But if he comes up at the end of the year and ends on the roster at the end of the
Right.
year,
He's a
then he's $1 unless somebody drafted him or got him for more than that, dropped him, and then you picked him up.
So tell me about Jefferson Rojas. This is a gagger.
Well,
I don't know anything about him.
the good thing is we didn't trade him, and he's only 20 years old. Cheers.
Luke Keeschel.
I've got
I haven't
Carroll.
seen Jefferson Rojas play, so I couldn't tell you fucking two shits about him.
This is the Rudie Cantfail.
Yep.
Carol. All right.
Jefferson Cuero,
Yeah.
he's got a
Some-
roadblock.
He got hurt too, so I'm not sure. Yeah.
I think
gonna
he's
say-
going to end up getting traded in the offseason because I think they're going to stick with Willem Contreras, to be honest with you.
How old is
Or-
Contreras?
He's not that old. He's like 27, 26.
Is he? Wow.
Yeah. Hold on a second. I'll find out for you.
Who?
Willem Contreras. We're not talking about Wilson Contreras. Willem Contreras.
William. Yeah. What is he? 28?
It's William. Yeah, William. He is 27
Woo.
and he is 230 days.
Oh, geez.
So he's almost 28 by like 4 months away from being 28.
How much?
The gaggers are getting better at their NA knowledge because I can honestly say this is like 57 through 60. I've heard of more than half of these guys. So I think that's pretty good. I know some of you guys have heard of all of them, but but I haven't heard of this
So,
guy.
so
But
check this out. This is another fucking thing. So, uh, Bob, your Brewers have a team option on him for $12 million or a $100,000 buyout.
Oh,
I
wow.
think they're going to go with the $12 million. He's right now making $6 million this year. That's
Wow.
cheap as shit for the fucking productivity he's putting up.
Yeah.
there's Colson.
And he plays a
And
lot. He played 155 games last year.
well, check this out though. I mean, he's only
It's
here for a
durable.
catcher. This isn't bad. He's got a 354 OBP.
Yeah.
He hasn't hit for power this year like he has in years before, but his OPS is still 743.
Yeah.
As a catcher, I think he's. I don't know. I think the best is yet to come for him.
Are you there? Did I screw it up?
But
Huh.
Oh, I thought you guys were gone. I can't.
no, we're still here. You got the fucking screen up with we got Justin Crawford, Ryan Walschmidt,
There's
Carter
Colson
Jensen, Colson
Montgomery.
Montgomery. Montgomery's graduated.
So when did they take him off this
I gotta
prospect
get my
list if
dog out
they're
before
active?
it fucking really starts storming. I'll be right back. I'm gonna take him out before it really starts blowing out there.
All right, let me.
It's getting really nasty around here for a fucking storm.
We've been dry here.
Let me check the window.
Well, I'll just.
Still not rated here?
I like the study, man. Is that the den or the study or what is it?
It's like a done. It's my home office.
Do you have a decanter with hard liquor and some ice?
No, that would not work well with trading.
Looks like something out of the graduate. I keep expecting Benjamin to show up and Mrs. Robertson.
How old was she when they shot that movie?
He was like 30.
What was the story?
I think he was 30. Yeah.
Right? She
Anne Bancroft was only like 6 years older than he was or something.
right.
Well, okay, now we're getting to names where I really don't know them. I know Culpepper just because of the last name. I think I know this guy because of the X, and I might have Billy Carlson. I recognize Snelling,
Cam Caminiti.
Range, but Johnny Formello, Jackson Wiggins, Tyson Lewis. Yeah, Ethan Salas. I recognize, but I'm still probably over half, which is good for me. Let's see what we got here. Hunter Barco. No.
I got 91 and 92.
What is that?
I've got 91 and 92.
No, Schlittler and Spencer Jones. Yeah, I've heard of both those guys, obviously. Yeah. Logan Henderson, I've heard of, obviously. Steele Halls, I know. Hagen Smith, I've heard of. I think just because of the teams, right? White Sox, Cubs, Mets,
Yeah.
I'm going to know. I don't know Witherspoon. I know this guy because I think I had him on my NA squad if I don't right now. Because what the hell is that spelling? CignTJ? Cijntje? What the heck? My God. Needs a vowel or two.
Right?
All right.
That would be a good Wheel of Fortune word.
Tyler Bremner. Celestin, Bryce Matthews, I've heard of. Raynal, sorry, Raynal, I haven't heard of you. And Cam Collier, who I have heard of, because he's been a prospect for a little while. But anyways, thought we'd look at that because I just noticed that it got updated today, so figured we'd bring that up.
Dustin Hoffman was 6 years younger than Anne Bancroft.
Yeah, I read that. Yeah.
20. Yeah. Oh, that's just wild.
I think you are scum. I think you are filth.
Oh my God.
You're not one of those outside agitators, are you?
What's that?
No, that's from the movie. I don't know. That was the Norman Fell part or whatever. He's the lamb.
Oh, right. Oh my God. Yeah, I haven't seen that movie. Oh my gosh. It's weird to go. I haven't seen that movie since I was like, 25, and that was
Yeah,
30 years ago.
I haven't seen it in a long time. I'm definitely due. You see that Spinal Tap's got the sequel coming out at the beginning of September.
Do they?
Yeah, I was thinking I would go see that maybe in the theater if I can get one of my family members to go. My son saw the original, I don't know, a year or two ago, so I was like, you have to see this movie. I also
Yeah,
wanted Almost Famous. I think he would like that one too.
I've never seen Almost Famous, but I've been trying to get my oldest son to watch This Is Spinal Tap.
Yeah.
You know, he went to performing arts high school.
Yeah, is he starting college this fall?
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
He leaves in a little over 2 weeks.
Mhm.
Not ready for that.
Yeah. That's kind of late even, right? Some colleges start ridiculously.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it seems like everybody else is, starting like this week or next week. But yeah, Wisconsin starts. They start right around Labor Day.
Yeah.
I wanted to bring this up too. This is I think I've noticed that as the season goes on, if you're not one of the teams that's in one of the money spots, at least for me, like my attention shifts back to real baseball. so, so this is the Fangraphs thing where they give you you're making the playoffs percentages. So you can see in the American League, it's really going to come down to the Blue Jays and Yankees are probably in the Tigers, and then the Mariners, Astros, and it's going to come down to Rangers or Guardians or Red Sox.
I don't know about the play. I don't know about the Yankees, man. I mean, go back up.
Yeah.
You got the Astros and Mariners. You got 66 wins. The Yankees only got 63, and the Red Sox have 64, 65.
What I saw something today that I forget what it was, like since June 1st or something like that, maybe July 1st.
Here's the thing, though. Why
Two of
is
the
the
worst
fucking
teams were.
why are the Yankees above the Red Sox?
Well, this is based on the rest of the season projections, right? So if they think that the team is stronger, then they're gonna benefit them.
Okay, so it's where they're at now.
It's based on where they're at now, and then projection what they're gonna do.
Bob, I'm so sorry. What were you going to say?
It, it was just some weird, like since July 1st or whatever. I think it was July 1st. Two of the like basically the two worst teams in baseball were the Mets and Yankees, or like two of the three worst or something like that.
The Mets are right there with like the Rockies or whoever. Yeah, it was like some of the bottom teams.
I mean, I want the Rockies to at least get 42 wins because like man, it would be so White Sox to have the worst record ever in baseball and then not even get to enjoy having that notoriety for more than a year. You know, like if you're going to be bad, man, you want to be remembered for
Well, they
it.
were last year. They don't want to do that again. They want like the Colorado Rockies to outshine them this time. You would be if you were Chris Getz.
So according to this, the Blue Jays have the highest chance of making the playoffs, which seems a little strange considering it's the Blue Jays. But
No, I believe that.
Blue Jays, then Tigers, then Mariners, then Astros, then Yankees, then Red Sox. And outside looking in, but close by, are Guardians and the Rangers. I think the Rangers are an interesting team. I might take the over on that if I got odds like 21.7% odds.
Yeah.
There's enough time left in the season that these teams that have been hot, some of them are really going to cool off. There's going to be teams that have been horrible lately that are going to turn it back on. I mean, it always happens, right?
So you look at the NL, it's got the Brewers with almost a sure chance of making the playoffs, followed by the Phillies, 99.6%. Nope, followed by the Dodgers, then the Phillies. And then it's the Cubbies, Padres, and the Mets at 78.4%. So outside looking in would be the Reds at 9.9, Cardinals 9.8%, and Giants 8.1. So I don't think the Giants or the Cardinals are realistic. I feel like the Reds have a much better chance than the Cardinals, even though according to Fangraphs they're virtually identical. So as bad as the Mets have been, they're probably going to get in.
Yeah.
Because this is this has to be a low point. Of course, if it's not, then these things can change drastically in a week. But so the Cubs don't have to fret too much. They might not win the division. I guess they probably won't, but they'll make the playoffs unless the Reds really surge.
Yeah, but yeah.
And see what
I
happens.
mean, Milwaukee's got to come back to earth at some point, right?
Well, you don't think they're going to play?
You would think,
ball?
but we don't know. I mean,
Yeah, you
they
don't.
might never. Who knows, man? They might just fucking sweep through every fucking thing. That team is on a fucking mission. Pat Murphy was the guy who schooled fucking Council. Council brought him onto his fucking
Yeah.
staff. He ended up staying in Milwaukee, and Council moved on to Cubs. And I think they got the better end of that deal. To be honest with you, I think Pat Murphy, who is his bench coach, is a smarter baseball guy. To be honest with you,
Maybe. I mean, that's the way things look now.
oh, I think that's what it is.
But Council, I mean, if the Cubs had unlimited budget, then okay, yeah, you can have the highest paid manager in the game. But if Council's 8 million is going to mean the difference between having Tucker's AAV and not, then
Look,
I don't
I
think
would
they like
rather the
8 million.
Cubs fucking trade, or no, I would rather have the Cubs fucking sign Murphy or Council at this point. He is making chicken fucking salad out of chicken shit.
Would would he be able to do that with a team that has a higher payroll?
Absolutely.
You know?
I just think he knows how to play people in the right positions and when the right time is. He's just he's been doing it for so long.
Yeah.
Hell, a fucking student
I
is
mean,
the
I
one
love the
that
guy.
left the fucking. I mean, and he wasn't just a student. He was like, he coached him to fucking be a baseball player.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
It's like Yankees fans like to rag on Aaron Boone, but it's like, man, trying to manage a team full of, 20, $30 million a year guys, man,
Not
that's
easy.
different. That's
Yep.
different.
It's rough.
Or, who's the manager for the Mets, Lou?
Oh, uh,
Normal.
Carlos.
Who?
Jesus Christ, I can't think of his
Nobody knows who the hell he is. The
Rojas,
fuck?
Carlos.
Most managers are,
Oh,
it's not like it was back when we were, like in our 20s or, growing up. Or,
You
man,
don't
you
know
knew
the
all the
manager
managers.
to your fucking
just can't
team?
think of it right now.
Jesus fucking
Carlos,
Christ, Lou. Oh my God.
We do this podcast, I get tired, and I've had some
Mendoza.
Mendoza. Yeah. I think he's all right. I don't know.
Coaching.
I think there's a reason why these guys win Manager of the Year and then they get fired 2 years later. It's like we're putting too much. We're probably putting too much stock into how good a manager Murphy is. Although
I think no. I don't think we're putting too much good stock in it. I think it is what it is. It's just desserts, man. The guy is fucking killing it. I mean,
because they're doing
here's
well.
the other thing
Who
too.
knows why that is? I mean, like, are they doing well because they brought in like these cheap pitchers,
Well, no,
Priester
I think
and
the general
Quintana, and
manager has
they've
a
done
little bit to
great?
do with this.
Is
The
that
general
because of
manager has a
him?
little bit to do with this because he made that trade. They got the fucking malcontent Aaron Savali off the Brewers to go to the White Sox for fucking Andrew Vaughn. And Andrew Vaughn, all he needed was somebody to tell him what was up. And nobody did that.
Pretty
And now
much.
that he got a fucking reality check, he's now trying to play fucking baseball.
They told him like you won't have a spot on this team if you keep chasing balls outside the strike zone. Like, how simple is that?
Yeah. So now that he went to another team, and it sucks that it takes this to fucking get somebody going. But
Mhm.
I watched that Adam Frazier when he was on, or not Adam Frazier, Clint Frazier when he was on that podcast, and he was talking about some certain people and shit like that. It's yeah. But here's the thing. Right now, he's going to be the savior for that fucking team. And then when they re-up him after this year and give him fucking like 3 years, fucking $18 million, he's going to disappoint the fuck out of them people because he's going to go right back to playing his golf.
Maybe, I don't know. For at least a couple of years, Vaughn was the Statcast darling. He was the guy that, like, his expected stats, outweighed his results. So you knew at some level,
Always.
some of
He
that,
always underachieved.
some of that could be a trait, but probably a lot of that is just plain old bad luck. And the Sox weren't.
Is it bad luck or is it just bad fucking people that fucking made an algorithm that was really bad?
Well,
You can always blame it on the fucking player.
contact. I mean, the guy can hit okay, and I know a few weeks back we talked about that Vaughn trade. They didn't trade for Vaughn when Hoskins got hurt. They traded for him like it was like June 13th,
Yeah.
Poor
and then
Hoskins
Hoskins
got hurt.
got hurt July 6th, and
Yeah.
they had Vaughn in the minors, and they brought him up. So I'm saying, like, this is an example of something that contributed greatly to the Brewers' success that has nothing to do with Murphy, right?
But
That's an Arnold.
no,
Is that the
no, no.
GM, Arnold?
Well, yeah, you're right. You're right there because basically it had something to do with the general manager.
Right.
General manager sought an option to bring that in. But the other thing too is I'm hearing fucking bad things about Reese Hoskins, to be honest with you. So were they getting fed up with him before he got hurt?
I don't know.
Oh.
You know, look everywhere Reese Hoskins has been, and they haven't done well. The minute Reese Hoskins goes on a fucking IL, the team does fucking well.
No, that's not true though, because the Brewers have been hot since May 25th.
May 25th, and when did Hoskins go
65
down?
games now. 65 games with Hoskins too.
When did Hoskins go down?
July 6th.
July 6th. Okay.
So they were doing great before Hoskins got hurt, and
That was
because
all
they got
June
Vaughn
and
in that
everything.
trade, they continued to do
All right.
great.
All
They
right.
got Quinn Priester. They got Quintana. These are guys that, like, were nothing salary wise, virtually nothing. And they've got ERAs in the threes. And, that's how they're getting it done. And even in the postseason, I'm not predicting anything, believe me, but in the postseason, you could even make the argument that they might do okay because, you need what, top 3 end starting pitchers, and they've got that. If Woodruff is for real, if he's back somewhat for real, then they've got a good top 3.
Yeah.
are they kind of busting, the whole analytics of, the three true outcomes and, are they just kind of messing up that whole, kind of accepted methodology of how you have to play the game now?
Well, I don't think like their hard hit is not good, but putting balls in play is good.
Mhm.
So I think like there's more than one analytic out there, right? I mean, like, yeah, you want to hit the ball hard, but you also don't want to strike out. You want to put the ball in play. You want to run the bases well. You want to play good defense. The Brewers do play that like that. They don't
Yeah,
have a powerful team, especially with Contreras not having the year he had last year. Although he's seemed like he's coming around a little bit now, huh? But
well, in watching basically, the Brewers and Yankees, I would say two-thirds of, maybe three-quarters of the games I watch involve one of those two teams. And the Yankees cannot get, they're just a horrible situational hitting team. It's like whenever you see them shorten up a swing, you're just like, oh my God, like that's the first time I've seen that in 2 months. Whereas the Brewers do it every game, you know. It's the little things like the base running. Like the Yankees are just horrible on the base paths. But the Brewers seem to always know when to take that extra base. They never run themselves out of innings.
Yeah. They don't make stupid mistakes.
Yeah,
some of this is just a team going well, but that Mets Brewers series, the Mets got swept. And you could see if it goes a different way, the Mets could have won 2 out of 3. And I'm not saying like that means that Brewers didn't deserve it. They capitalized on their opportunities. The Mets made
right.
some, fuck ups, and I don't know. It's just I mean, it could be a trait of this team in particular, or it could just be something that's happens when you're going well. But now it's not like they've been going well for a month. I mean, it's going back it's almost 2 months. Like they a month and a half, 2 months. It's over a month and a half that they've been playing really, really well. No, no, it's almost 2.5 months that they've been playing really well. So I don't know. It's interesting.
Well, I'd like to see what their record is in extra innings. The Yankees, because they're horrible at situational hitting, I forget. I think they won their first extra innings game, a couple of weeks ago. I mean, or something, something crazy like that. Because they just can't move runners over. They don't do those things. Whereas, yeah, I would imagine the Brewers probably are pretty good in extra
Oh, we
innings.
got a trade.
The free runner for the Yankees is
Trade just
probably
happened at almost 9 o'clock tonight, and it was Corbin Carroll. Oh no, this is stuff the knockers are putting up for trade.
oh
So if you want Corbin Carroll or Dylan Cease, the knockers are throwing him out there.
Dylan Cease. Maybe the guys
Yeah.
coming back.
Dylan Cease hasn't done Jack Dookie this year.
I still think that like most of that is not most of that is like happenstance. I think he's still strong underlying.
Yeah.
You know how he is, right? He's like he. I don't know. He has his ups and downs. I wouldn't be surprised if he does okay down the stretch. So I'll look at that. I'll look at that with Knockers. But Knockers is
Hey,
he's playing for this year. So
oh yeah, no, we all are. Hey, Bob,
Yeah.
what is your criteria for trading? I mean, we've got probably till the 21st, is it? I think the 21st, that Thursday, is the last day.
whatever the day
So
is.
for you, I mean, if you're going to trade towards the deadline, what are you looking for? What is it that you want? And yeah,
I like the young guys. I mean, young players are.
Some things never
hello.
change.
Sorry,
um,
joking.
right. Yeah, I set myself up for that. Um, you know, I mean, I'm looking for, the guys that are going to be cheap for next year that I'm going to be able to fill in with,
Okay.
and be able to spend the money on, say, like an Aaron Judge, or something like that.
Right.
You know,
Or somebody who's gonna like blow up for you in like maybe a year or two.
yeah.
It's like, yeah, last year I traded Justin Steele for Jackson Churio.
Well,
And I wish I had honey Cheerios instead. No, I kid. I kid. Um, but Jackson Churio has been good all year. And even though he's out right now with a fucking hamstring or calf strain or whatever the fuck it is,
I forgot about
he'll
that.
be back by the
They're
end of
missing
fucking August,
Cheerios,
maybe.
and they haven't missed a beat. That's
right.
pretty. That's pretty good.
No, they exactly. Churio has been out for fucking a week now, and they haven't missed a fucking beat. They just keep winning. Somebody fills in the slot, they're good to go. Doesn't matter.
And he'll be
That's how
back
good Pat
by
Murphy is.
he'll be back by early September, late August, right? Something like
And
As
isn't
long as
Yelich
Pat Murphy's in Milwaukee, I don't think the Cubs are going to win another fucking goddamn anything.
right now? Right now, it's just Milwaukee's always that team, right? That everybody doesn't believe in them at the beginning of the year. They're not going to make the playoffs, and then they end up making the playoffs most years. They've got some sort of
You know what gets them going
look for
more than
things.
anything? The football team's up in Green Bay. They have no hockey team. They have a basketball team, but that's in the fall. Okay, way after baseball, and then it's finishing up as baseball starting, which could be the reason why they got off to a slow start. But there's nothing else in Milwaukee. Those fans fucking adore them. They thrive off that shit. It's like they don't have as much as we have here. They don't have enough of like to distract against like the players and stuff.
Yeah,
The players they're playing the game and this and that, but here we've got basketball, we got fucking hockey, we've got football, we got baseball. There's a lot of love to spread around for all these players, but there's not enough to go around for everybody.
Wait, you're saying
Up there,
you're
up
saying
there, you got two sports, really two
Chicago's
sports,
got football, basketball, and hockey? Oh, I didn't realize that.
and two baseball teams.
But I think
But
it's
I mean,
interesting.
if you think about it, though, it's like there's not as much going on up there, so it's more important to the people and more important to the players.
Well, there's cheese. Come on, don't forget about the cheese.
Yeah,
yeah.
we
Cheese
hit the
curds,
Mars
man.
Cheese Castle on the way back. That fucking place. I got that smoked mozzarella bowl. Hey, those that. Ooh, their mozzarella's fucking dope.
But I think
I
it's
made some.
interesting
I made some pizzas out of that, and it was fucking delicious.
making a larger point. I think it's interesting that the teams that get smart, like the Brewers, I think are recognized as a smart team, right? They're the smallest market in baseball. I think that's true.
One of the smallest markets, yes.
I think that might be the smallest, but I'm not.
Really?
I don't know
Yeah.
how the population has shifted.
I
So,
got the whole Wisconsin fucking state.
but however they measure it, I've heard that at least at one time.
Yeah.
But they lose their manager council to the Cubs. They lost Stearns, the GM, to the Mets. But I think you can see that with the Rays, right? The Rays lost their GM. They lost their other GM, Bendix to Miami. Uh, the guy that went to the Dodgers, Freeland. What's his name?
Friedman,
Freeman.
Andrew Friedman, right?
Yeah, Freeland or whatever. But these smart teams that get smart, obviously there's shared knowledge there, right? It's like you can't keep it,
Right.
close to your vest and like I'm the only guy that knows this stuff. So once a team gets smart, like the Indians or the Guardians did with their pitching, and then the Mets hired that idiot manager. What the hell is his name? But anyways, these teams stay smart. These smart teams that got smart stay smart, even when their top guys go. So the Brewers, they're not missing a beat. They don't need Stearns. They know this stuff. People that worked with Stearns eventually knew what he knew. Who knows if he even taught them that? He might have picked up on it when he was there. So I don't know. It's just interesting. Like you can't pluck the smart organ. I mean, it's worth a try, plus
Right.
the smart guy from the other organization. But that just because Stearns left the Brewers, they didn't get dumb because of it. Just because Council left doesn't mean that the Brewers are hopeless. So I think some of these hirings are or you know what I'm saying. So I can't finish the thought, but
I
I don't
think the
know.
other thing too is these teams up in Milwaukee, because of
Callaway.
Milwaukee and Green Bay. There's what's that?
Callaway was the Mets manager they hired the Indians at that time. And he was a
Um,
dope.
Smaller markets, but it's like, yeah, the fans love them up there, but the teams have to try harder. Whereas go to the Bears, you've got the McCaskies, and they're going to make their money. You know, I don't think that there's not the level of football knowledge in that family that you would expect out of a family whose family business is football, right?
Right.
In Green Bay, I was up there for the shareholders meeting and they talked about all the partnerships that they had. They've partnered with Microsoft and, you know, donating
Shareholders
stuff to
meeting
the,
is kind of funny because nobody
you know,
really owns anything out of the shares. It's like they talk about all these partnerships and shit, but what do you really get out of your shares?
it's just ceremonial, basically.
It's
The shares are
ceremonial, but who's
ceremonial.
making the fucking money? Because there's a lot of fucking money coming in from the NFL to that fucking
Okay,
team.
so
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 who's taking
that's
it?
But you could sell your
Somebody's
shares
taking
to
the
somebody
money.
else that wanted to own a share of the team.
But here's the thing, it's not a non-for-profit, so who's getting the fucking money?
it goes into the reserves.
Where's the joke?
It goes into the reserves.
Reserves for what? How much is in the
Well,
reserves? Because they get fucking 400
so
million a year.
so when you sign your quarterback, you have to pay him, $100 million signing bonus or whatever. You got to have that money in the bank now.
Right. But everybody's got kind of a cap to what they can do. Okay. So where's the fucking excess going? This has been going on for years. So where's the excess money been going? Somebody needs
Well,
to audit the Packers and see what the fuck is going on because
they
I don't
they
believe this shit.
they made a profit of about $100 million last year, and they also, out of that 100 million, I would say, I think it's over 10% went right back to the community through
Okay,
the
so if
state.
they're putting money back into the community, that's a good thing. I'm all for that.
Yeah. Um, you know, I mean, I really do feel like they do have to try harder. And the Brewers, I think, have to try harder because they are in the smallest market. And like when you have to bust your butt to figure out like how can we be better you know than these other teams, we got to be smarter. We can't just spend money. We have to be smarter about it. I think
Right.
that there's a lot of value in that.
There might even be a competitive advantage in that, even though it sounds ridiculous. But if you have all the money in the world, you go like, yeah, why not? Yeah, okay, we'll sign him for 10 years, 350 million. He's worth it. It's like But if that's not even a possibility for you, like you're not going to sign Anthony Rendon or whatever, that's
Right.
a possibility. It forces you to be smarter. So I don't know. I mean, I don't want to like minimize what they've done. These small teams like the Rays and the Brewers and stuff like that, the A's for a long time.
Yeah.
But it's amazing, right? And like the top the top end keeps getting plucked away, and they continue churning along. I can't think of a team that was smart. Maybe the Pirates. Maybe the Pirates. It's like the only small market team I can think of that was smart briefly and aren't considered smart. But a lot of those teams, the Guardians, the Brewers, the Rays,
Yeah.
it's just a constant. And then you've got the teams that have all the money to spend in the world, Angels, Mets. I'm sorry to say, they just
Yeah. Well,
they haven't been very smart.
well,
Look, if you're a
and
team that hasn't been successful or even fucking like close in the last 6 years, it means your ownership sucks.
Well, yeah, there's
Simple
another
as
thing
that.
too. It's not all about being smart. It's like effort, motivation too. Because like the Pirates,
It's about who you hire to fucking do what
Pirates
and
are
all the
obviously
other
not
shit.
they're
Are
not
you saying that
horrible.
Tony La Russa was not a good hire by the White Sox?
Who?
Absolutely not. Neither was Pedro Gaffol for that matter. He was a cheap fucking hire. That's
Oh
the
God.
fucking problem with the White Sox is that guy's always hiring bargain basement fucking shit. The only reason why he brought Tony La Russa back is because he felt bad about the first time go around and felt he made a fucking terrible mistake and he had to write it for his own fucking good conscience because he's a narcissist. Is that good?
That's the kind of bad hire that it's not bad in retrospect. That was bad at the time.
Yo, it
Real,
was.
a
It's a
real head
washed up
scratcher.
fucking thing to do.
A real head scratcher at the time, and then it turned out even worse than I think anybody could have imagined. Like
Yeah.
it was just a terrible idea.
Jerry Reinsdorf's a fucking idiot. Number one, he wouldn't have any fucking like championships for the Bulls if it wasn't for Rod Thorne before he even bought the team drafting Michael Jordan. Okay. So that wasn't, the thing is, Reinsdorf is a little bit like Jerry Jones, which he rode the shit he bought
Yeah.
and fucking rode it for a long time. He lucked into he just Kenny Williams, God bless him. He put that team together. They got that 1 year fucking thing out of the White Sox, and they fucking won the fucking World Series. God, fucking awesome. But what the fuck has Jerry Reinsdorf done other than that? What he did was he fucking like trashed 1993 to where the White Sox were probably going to go to the World Series against the Montreal Expos, and he trashed that. He killed it.
Well,
He was the main force behind that shit.
Reinsdorf's
And then
perspective.
the minute the deal was done, he signs Albert Bell for the highest fucking contract anybody's ever had in their life.
And the funny thing about that Bell deal is it had the out, right? If Bell wasn't the highest paid player in baseball, Bell could opt out of the deal. So there was like hardly any risk for Reinsdorf. I always look at Jerry as like he wants the minimum amount of risk he can get. Everything is about minimal risk. And
Yeah, it doesn't mean it's good fucking baseball players.
right, well, that's the problem. Like you got to
He
take
doesn't fucking
chances. You
compete,
got to
god
take
damn
chances.
it. Don't be a fucking pussy the whole fucking time. If what you're talking about is pussy bullshit. And if he wants to act like a pussy his whole fucking life, that's the reason why we've got one championship under him, even though they say the Bulls won the blah, 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 all that fucking shit. Michael Jordan was not his fucking guy. He bought Michael Jordan, is what he did.
I think Reinsdorf's perspective in 2005 has to be a lot different, from 2025, because I think he really felt like he could return the Bulls to like winning a championship after Jordan because it happened so easily, when he purchased the team. And then like the White Sox win in 2005, I think he thought like this shit's easy. And
We're just going to send Benny the Bull out to O'Hare to meet these players. They're going to want to sign because Benny the Bull, man. Like,
what it comes down to is it's a lazy owner. Look at the shit he's done over the years. And you know what? Some people call him, oh, he's loyal to his people. No, he's lazy. He's not catching up to what the fuck is actually happening. He's a lazy fucking owner.
well, he probably didn't want to bring
He's not
somebody
catching
that
on.
would challenge him.
Well, that's the reason why Paxton was there so long. Oh yeah, he was one of my championship guys, blah, 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 ceremonial bullshit. And yet he was there way too fucking long.
19 years, I think.
Same thing. It's just all the fucking people he puts in place. He gets way too much fucking rope. Yeah. And even Kenny Williams, he gave way too much rope.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Way too much rope.
Bob, do you know the story where they had to restrain Kenny Williams from going after Sean and had to
what?
He was at a Sox fest and he said something to Kenny Williams, like, because he was right next to him. So like, so what are you going to do with the bullpen or something like that? It was like, he wasn't like it wasn't accusatory. It was just inquisitive, And Kenny Williams kind of like blew it off like, just made him feel like an idiot fan or whatever. He's like, if I had a nickel for anything, and I don't know, like Sean, I guess Sean said like, well, fuck you. And then like the two of them were it was we're going after each other and it had to be restrained or whatever.
Oh my God.
Here's the
I can
thing,
see
too,
that.
though. Kenny Williams is not going to look at Sean Stone as his peer. So why the fuck does he have to tell you anything about what he's
Right.
going to do with his bullpen?
Right.
And Kenny Williams played football in college, right? So I mean,
But he was so defensive though. Like the way
yeah,
Sean tells the story, it wasn't like he was like, so hey motherfucker, what are you gonna do with the bullpen?
Oh, he's
yeah,
probably getting beat up in the press.
yeah.
I mean, what year was it?
I
That's a
don't
good
know.
question.
We'll have to ask Sean. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I
Yeah,
just
like I think I was told Lou back when we did this thing a month or so ago, I grew up a big Bulls fan, big White Sox fan, and man, Jerry's just forced me out of the family. I'm just life's too short.
you follow the Bucks now?
Brooklyn,
Oh, you follow the Nets?
Brooklyn.
Just like me.
Got the Dr. J angle. You know, I love New York City, so why not?
I've never been to New York City. I have to go there sometime. And if I do go there, Lou, you'll have to meet me for lunch.
All right.
Take a train in. Hey, how long does it take the train to get to Connecticut from you to New York City? What's the time?
Well, you would take the train from New Haven. It's like an hour from there, I guess.
No
That's
shit,
it.
it's not that far, huh?
Yeah, and for us to get to New Haven, it's like a half hour, 25 minutes.
That's like driving from Northwest Indiana to fucking Chicago.
It takes me 2 hours to get into the city half the time, and I'm
Where
in
you at, Bob?
St. Charles.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah, I know St. Charles. I like St. Charles though. St. Charles got some charm.
That's where Brian Wilson lived, didn't he?
He was here
No,
for
it's you're
a
talking
while.
about Jenny McCarthy.
No, no, no. Brian Wilson,
No,
right?
Brian Wilson did.
One
Brian
of the
Wilson did live in
Wahlbergs.
St. Charles with
One of the
Eugene. I think
Wahlbergs and
Eugene
Jenny
Levy lived here
McCarthy.
too.
Donnie Wahlberg and Jenny McCarthy live in St. Charles.
My neighbor has done photography for those two.
Oh no shit.
You
Yeah.
said
They
Eugene Levy
fucking make
too?
me sick.
Bob,
Yeah.
Bob, did you say Eugene Levy too?
Well, Eugene, that was not the Eugene Levy from
SCTV?
SCTV, but
Oh,
Eugene Levy, who is Brian Wilson's
oh, his
psychiatric
yeah,
guru.
yeah, yeah, his consultant,
Yeah,
one that probably
but
screwed him
he
up.
had like a recording studio in his house. I've run up there. I I know the area where he lived. I think I've run right past the place.
Hmm.
In fact, it was up for sale last year, I think.
Nice place or normal or
It's the typical McMansion type of deal. You know, it's not like a North Shore like cool old house. That
right,
was,
right.
I hear Eugene Levy has somebody who quaffs his eyebrows before the scenes and stuff.
That's the other one. That's the SCTV guy, right?
Yeah. Were you talking about two different Eugene Levy's?
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, you screwed me on that one. I only know one. That's why I came up with a stupid joke. Anyway, go ahead. Hey, let's play I Got a Guy.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's Landy. It's Eugene Landy.
Okay, yeah, that's why I didn't.
Landy. That's it.
Eugene Levy. Now that would have been a good consultant.
Yeah.
All right, so I got a guy.
Al Roboski.
Nope.
Damn. I never get it.
All right. So I'm gonna give you 5 clues.
Okay.
All right.
Paul Molitor.
Do you want me to let you ask the clue out of the 5, or would you rather have me give you 1 or
Just
2?
rattle them off. We need all
and
the
then
help we
give
can
you-
get.
All right. So This man played from 74 to 89.
That's a long
That's
time.
one clue. This man was in the National League only.
Woo!
Two clues. This man played for three teams. Three clues.
Dave Parker.
I think Parker played till 90 at least, right?
This man retired at age 42. And I'm going to do he was a World Series champ and a one-time All-Star. That's 5. I gave you 2 on the last one. That's almost 6.
Yes.
NL only.
All right. Hitter or pitcher?
Pitcher. That's 1. You got 9 more to go.
An NL.
Oh, it's your turn. Come up with a question. I can narrow it down. Bob's still with us?
Okay, World Series team, was it in the NL East?
I would have to say yes. That's 2. Lou?
Starter or reliever?
Reliever. 3. Let me recap for you. All right. One-time All-Star. World Series champ. One-time World Series champ. I'll say that. Retired in 89 at age 42. Played for 1, 2, 3 teams in his career. His first, I'm gonna throw another clue out there. The first year of his fucking enlistment into the Major League Baseball was in 1974.
I think you told us that.
Did I? Okay, cool. You still got 7 more guesses. So I think it's on you, Bob.
Oh man! And he won the World Series with an NL East team.
Yep. Back in those days.
So Mets, Cardinals, uh, Phillies, Pirates.
Pirates. Kentakolve.
Nice work, Bob. You got it. Fucking Kenta Colby. Who knew that he pitched till he was 42?
I didn't.
Man,
Let me bring up his fucking like.
man.
So he was
Check
like
this shit
26,
out, man.
27 in his rookie year.
So this is Kenta Colby. All right. Hit a 25.5 WAR, 94-90, 2.85 ERA. His whip was 1.250, but that's fucking relievers, man. 184 on the saves. But goddamn, man, what a fucking player. I mean, he had some ups and downs, but for the most part, look at this year. At 40 years old, he played 90 fucking games, which is most of anybody in the league. The fuck? He was a
25,
submariner too.
25 WAR is pretty decent for a reliever. The relievers have a tough time getting up there in WAR.
I just think Kenta Colby needs a fucking like. I think he's one of those guys that should be Hall of Fame worthy. And I know it just for a lot of people and shit like that, it's like it's low hanging fruit and shit like. But 25.5 WAR for a closer reliever over his career. Come on, man.
And back then, starters were going, 6, 7 innings all the
Yeah,
time.
there's fucking. I mean, that's a fucking amazing WAR for a fucking reliever,
Yeah.
career reliever. So you got to consider him. I don't know. I'm just,
I remember when he'd come in, you just go, yeah, like,
dude, he
you
was
know,
lights out.
yeah,
Lights fucking out, man. I hated him as a Cubs fan, but I loved watching him pitch.
yeah.
When he would come in,
That fucking like fucking round hat with the fucking lines and the stars and shit.
Those are some teams too at Pittsburgh. Oh
Oh
man,
my
those are fun
God, man.
teams.
That was like, you're talking 78, 79, 80. That's the Dave Parker, fucking
Yeah,
Willie Sturgill, George Orta, fucking Madlock, fucking you name it, man.
I
It
like,
was
oh
like
yeah,
fucking star-studded team.
the We.E.R. family.
I, I think it was what it was. I think Ott was the catcher.
Ed Ott, the man with the shortest
Ed
first
Ott,
and last
yeah.
name in baseball history, 5 letters total. Compare that with Christian Encarnacion Strand.
Right.
His brother was Mel Ott, or not brother, but his dad was Mel Ott or some shit.
I felt like when Tacoby would come in the game, I would immediately think like, do I have any like overdue library books?
The glasses and
Look, man, the guy looked like he was delivering the milk, but man, fucking, he delivered more than that. He was fucking throwing fire. Great pitcher, man. I really appreciate those days a little bit. It's like one of those things you'd see Kent Tekulve on This Week in Baseball with Mel Allen.
They used to
You
yeah,
call
know,
him Clark Kent Tacoby.
I just find it interesting. I've never seen a name Tekulve since. Have you?
born
What
in
the fuck is going
Cincinnati.
on over
No,
here?
Oh yeah, what were the other teams?
The other teams were actually Philadelphia. He was with Philadelphia for 4 years
Jeez, I don't remember.
after Pittsburgh. And then he was with Cincinnati for one
Huh.
season, not really like 37 games out of one season. So, yeah, one season.
Yeah, I don't remember those other teams at all.
No, I mean, I remember Phillies, but he was with Pittsburgh as most of his career.
Poor guy, he retired before the beer league, man. If he had known that the
Oh
beer
man,
league was
I'll tell you what though, Kenta Colby was a bad. You know what? Even like he's like kind of like up there with like Hal Hrabosky, you know, but better. Hey, let's bring up Hrabosky.
I barely remember Grabowski.
Hrabosky, the Mad Hungarian?
I mean, I knew about him, but back then you couldn't watch him.
Oh my God, this
I
dude
mean, the
was
only
well,
time,
he's only got a 10.3 WAR, but he didn't pitch as long as
yeah,
other dude. But dude was fucking he was fucking fire too.
he sucks.
yeah,
War is everything, man.
And three with 22 saves, which means he blew a lot of saves and ended up the fucking team bailed him out. But anyway, no, that's not true because he had a 1.66 ERA that year. Dude, that's fucking sick. Look at this fucking year. 75 with St. Louis.
I was 6 years old.
3.9 WAR as a relief pitcher. 13.3,
13-3.
166, 65 games he played, 22 saves, 97 innings, 27 runs. Fucking nuts. That's a pretty sick year.
Heck yeah.
Anyway,
First round pick of the Cardinals. Wow.
then he went to the Braves. But he was always that, like, he'd go back in the mound and fucking, like, psych himself out and then fucking
Yeah.
throw the ball in his mitt and go, and come out and, like, look like a psycho. Like, this totally WWE shit back in 75.
The
See, I don't
And
Cardinals,
remember him
it
with the
was
Cardinals
fucking
at all.
entertaining as shit.
the Cardinals, the Cardinals have primarily the Mets to thank for all their success for those years with Herzog because they were stupid enough to let Herzog go. Well, they kind of forced him out, right? I think he wanted more control, and he didn't like the idiots like M. Donald Grant that were running the Mets. So they lost Herzog because Herzog was involved in the Mets minor league system when they drafted all those great players that eventually won them the World Series and went to another one. But they lost Herzog, and then that was the Cardinals' gain.
Yeah. That was back in the Willie McGee days.
In '65, I think I've read this before. In '65, there was one clear choice among all the baseball teams except for one who should be the number one pick overall, and it was Reggie Jackson. And the Mets were the team that had the number one pick, and they chose Steve Chilcott, a catcher. If he played in the majors, it was less than 20 games.
Terrible.
Yeah, isn't that awful? But
Damn.
after that, the
You
Mets,
know, like
the Mets
looking
drafted a
back,
lot of great players after that. But it was under Herzog.
yeah. I remember back in those days when he was like doing the Cardinals, it was like Willie McGee was on that team. And we used to call him Stank because when you look at Willie McGee, it looks like he smells something rotten. He's just like, it just cracks me up. He's got the
He looked
fucking
like a
stank
mouse.
face. Oh, he looks like he's smelling fucking shit.
Yeah.
Like E.T.
Not quite like that, but
But
yeah,
those
Willie
those
McGee was
Cardinals
fucking great.
teams were fun too. I mean,
Dude, they were good teams, man. You know what was a really good team was like the early was it mid to late 80s, the late 80s fucking Twins.
Twins
Talking
and
about
the Expos.
Herbeck, Kirby Puckett,
Yeah.
fucking Smalley. There's a yeah, it was a that Gaetti.
Yeah. Well,
I mean
Molitor.
that team, Gladden was on that team.
Hmm.
Um, but no, that team was fucking good.
Yeah. Yeah.
When did they move
I
into
like those teams.
when did they move
What's
into the
that?
dome? Because I really liked that crappy outdoor stadium they played in. That's the picture on the Beer League podcast theme or whatever. That's Minnesota
The
Stadium,
dome that fucking like caved in from the snow.
Griffith Stadium or whatever it was.
Yeah, I think it
Yeah,
was.
well, they've like separated the two fucking like the football from the baseball. So the baseball have Target Field, and then the football they have what the fuck is that called? It's beautiful. I've been there. Can't remember what the fuck it's called though.
When did the Twins move into the dome inside?
No, the
When did-
Twins aren't in a dome. They're at an outdoor
No,
park.
I'm talking about years ago.
The football team is in a dome.
No, 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 no. In the '70s, and I don't know if it went into the '80s.
Oh, that was a fucking. Oh yeah, I know. But that was the fucking place where the fucking goddamn it had a garbage bag fucking outfield and
Oh,
shit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. What year did they
Yeah,
move there? Because that place was horrible. I think.
that was not like as soon as they built that place, they put them up there. They were making it for everybody. It was like the fucking Vikings. They retrofitted things to make it happen. So
1982.
the
82. Okay.
baseball fucking kind of looked all funky. And then the football was a
Yeah.
full fucking field. And it was just the way they did things.
I like that
And then
little
the fucking roof
stadium.
caved in.
If you ever, do a search of it, look at it. Like I liked it. It was all disjointed. It wasn't all wrapped around. It was like sections, and then they would stop, and then there'd be another section. It was a minor league park, sort of. That's what it looked like. But I like that. I like that stadium. I like the way it looks.
Yeah. It's fucking awesome. It's good thought put in there. Oy.
You want to call it a night?
Well, I probably got about 15 more minutes in me if you guys are up for it. But if you're not and you want to get the fuck off,
Well, Bob,
then
you might have to like bring one of his kids to like oboe practice at 6:30 in the morning or something.
did you say hobo practice?
Oboe.
I thought you said, oh,
Claire.
oboe.
Yeah.
I thought you said hobo. I'm like, what are you gonna
Actually,
sit
my
there
youngest,
practicing? You have a stick with a fucking like little
right.
fucking pouch behind it, and
My youngest starts eighth grade on Wednesday.
Yeah, that's so damn early.
oh
That's
shit.
crazy.
Yeah.
That's your youngest?
Yeah. We got two kids.
Okay,
They're
what's the
just
oldest
they're just
one?
younger then.
What's that?
It's just
What
younger.
grade's the oldest one in?
He's going to be a freshman in
Okay.
college.
That's college.
Yes.
Mhm.
Oh, dude, did you have to drive him out there?
Yeah, it's just up to Madison. It's 2 hours away.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Get
So he's
this.
going to the University of Wisconsin?
Yeah. It's
Nice.
actually quicker to get up there than it would be to go down to U of I.
Is he playing any sports?
No.
No, just going there and fucking doing it.
Yeah, so he went to a performing arts high school. He did violin and, you know, stuff in music, and then decided he wants to do probably math and computer science.
Oh, fucking A, man. Good for
So,
him.
yeah,
Nice.
you know, and when you look at, like, where do you want to be for 4 years out of your life? And I'd go up to Madison in a heartbeat,
Hey,
stay up there.
Madison's a fucking fun ass town.
It is.
I used to
I
hang out up there,
years ago I had a DJ a club over there, and it was fucking nice. Everything was clean. Everybody was nice. Everybody's
Yeah.
cool.
It feels like a little, like a very small Chicago. It's kind of like there's neighborhoods just like Chicago has.
Right.
I mean, it's just and the school is part of town. It's not like U of I where the campus is separate, from the rest of town. Madison, the campus is
and
it's right there in the middle.
Madison's on an isthmus, right?
Yeah. Yep.
I used to go up
Say
there on the
Isthmus.
weekends. I used to visit a special friend.
Did you say Isthmus?
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 So yeah,
Oh shit.
I got my MBA from U of I, so it's a little weird for me to have a kid doing Wisconsin, but maybe not. I don't know.
It's a good town.
As long as they get a good education and they get some fucking somewhere to go afterwards, it's all that
Yeah,
matters, you know?
it'll be good for him, and it's nice
But
that it's
it'll also be fun for you down the road if you guys play each other in a football game and you have a rivalry and just like, you know, it'll be fun.
well, like I'm looking at U of I's playing up in Madison, I think on November 22nd, so might head up there for that.
Yeah.
Um,
Which jersey you gonna wear? Are you gonna wear your
well,
kid's
yeah,
jersey?
right. That's the question, right? um, here, here's the funny thing is, so
Yeah.
his girlfriend she's going to be a sophomore up there, and her dad, they've been going out for about 3 years. So I'm pretty good friends with her dad, and her
So
dad.
basically he followed her to
It,
Wisconsin.
it just actually worked out that way. It actually was not the plan. It just worked out. But
Okay.
but her dad got his law degree from U of I. I got my MBA from U of I. So I'm like, Steve, what are we gonna do, man? Like, we're gonna go to these football games. Should we be wearing like the U of I Zubas and stuff? Like, do we rock out the blue and orange, or what do we do? I don't know.
Do it.
I don't think they'd
So,
mind
Chris, I'm
actually.
like, you know what? We got to come up here during a Cubs Brewers game and just wear our gear, you know? Because last time we were kind of clandestine. We just went in there fucking wearing t-shirts and fucking shorts and shit.
Yeah,
No branding, no baseball, nothing. And it was a great time. I mean, the Brewers fans are cool people. We
yeah,
just sat amongst them. They are so fucking nice to each other and fucking cool. Enjoy the game and fucking love the fucking game. I
yeah.
can't say enough about them. They're just and they're all I haven't there besides one when we were walking into the park, there was a girl off to the side fucking barfing her guts out. And then once we got into the park, there was nobody that was out of hand. So the one that would have shit everybody's parade up fell out before they got to the fucking gate. It was hilarious.
And they
Oh
love their
shit.
team, like you said. It's different from like the White Sox, man. I don't know if there's any sports fandom that hates their team like White Sox fans.
Dude, I sort of got it. If the fucking White Sox had the Brewers fucking fandom, they'd be great.
Yeah,
And they just can't build that because they don't give a fuck about their fans
I
half the
swear,
time.
I swear, Sox fans hate the Sox. I don't know,
Yeah, because they're always getting let down. That's the worst. I
right?
fucking easy. I Bunch of people call me a Cubs fan. I root for the Cubs. I root for the Sox. I grew up in Northwest Indiana. My dad played baseball and, like semi-pro and minor league shit. And when he was a cop, he became a cop when he got out of baseball because he blew out his rotator cuff. So when he became a cop, when he came home on the afternoons, I was coming home from school. We watched the rest of the Cubs game.
Uh,
And then at night, we'd watch the White Sox game.
yeah,
So we only got to see a couple inning of the Cubs game. Well, we'll watch more baseball tonight than we watch the White Sox,
yeah.
and then all of a sudden, on the weekends, we would see the whole Cubs game and still watch the whole White Sox game. We just watch baseball.
Yeah.
So when it comes to this north-south rivalry, I have no fucking idea what you're talking about. I want both teams to do well.
I,
The Cubs own Chicago, though. I mean, it's
They
like
do right now.
it's a little bit like the Yankees, Mets, and New York. Although when the Mets are good, they they can for short periods of time, usurp the Yankees, even though it seems impossible. I mean, the
Look,
Mets have won two
it's
World
energy.
Series, and the Yankees have won what 27 or 28 or something like that.
It's all about energy. If you can bring the energy and shit, people will follow it.
yeah.
They're not making anything happen out of the ordinary. It's when all this fucking and it's all about, they call it buzz. Yeah. I mean,
I tend to go with the underdog, right? So when I was in Chicago, it was easy for me to see that like the Sox were the team for me. Like
right now, all the energy is in the Brewers. Brewers have the most energy in this league right now. They should be, and as much as like the critics want to say, well, you got no fucking, you got Yelich and this and that, but you don't have any superstars, blah, blah, blah. No, that fucking team is fucking locked in together, and there's always somebody who's winning the game for them.
the only thing they're going to have to watch, and they probably can't. It's probably just something you can't predict or help if it does happen. But it's like you don't want to be one of those teams that's not hot when the playoffs start, right? So like you don't want this hot streak to be like memory, because it can happen. I mean, teams, I know the Mets had I think it was a 7-game lead with 10 games to play, and it was ridiculous, and they blew it. So it's just I'm not saying that the Cubs will catch the Brewers, but you don't want the Brewers to for this hot streak to be over and done with, and then they go in the playoffs. Like so somehow they don't have to play 750 ball the rest of the way, which would probably be impossible. But if they can just stay good when the playoffs start, you know, and there's no
Dude, I
guarantee.
gotta be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you straight up. I don't see the Cubs catching the Brewers. I think the Brewers will run away with this fucking shit.
Well,
They
they're
are
up by
playing
like
too
five
good
and
right
a half
now,
now,
and they
isn't
are
it?
not slowing down. And teams like that, I mean, dude, they found their fucking gel, and now they're a really good fucking team. And now you watch out because they could be the fucking World Series champions this year if they keep playing the way they're playing.
So I think it's not likely because I think like they've played their best ball now.
Everybody says that, but if they don't fucking slow down, they don't slow down. There's teams that've done that,
Well, they're
where
going to
they
slow
just fucking
down because they're playing 750 ball right now. Like, it's, I mean, even they would say, yeah, we won't do that, but it just
but
depends, if they can do,
what's to say they don't fucking set a record?
yeah, well, I don't
Yeah.
think they're that
I'm
good.
not counting them out. I'm not counting them out. I think they're fucking like, yeah, they're good, good, good. And it's just they always find a way to win.
They're
Yeah.
a fun team.
Yeah,
As baseball fans, though, we're very reactionary, right? Like 2 weeks from now,
yeah.
we could have a totally different opinion about a team. Not necessarily the Brewers, but you know what I mean? Like it's just so that would be the only thing that they
It's
have
just
to win.
interesting.
They're going to make the playoffs.
Whenever they get like 2 runs, the pitching gives up one. You know, whenever they get 5 runs, the pitching gives up three. It's like they're very good at somebody's very good at managing games. And I think that's Pat Murphy. Pat Murphy should be fucking like by far manager of the year.
Oh, if he's not, there's a problem.
Yeah, right? Unreal. How about your Jets? How you like that Justin Fields, man?
Yeah, we're
You're
going
gonna
to win.
run, run, run.
We're going to beat the Bills in the AFC East. We're going to the Super Bowl, man. First time since January 12th, 1969.
You know what though? I fucking really root for that guy. I want your quarterback to do well this time, not like the last one. The
Right,
last
right.
one, I wanted him to fucking like just fall in a hole and fucking have a basket drop down to him with lotion in it.
He should have a good. He should have a good line. He should have a good offensive line. So if he has it in him to learn actually how to play quarterback, it could go well.
Yeah.
I mean, like certainly the Bears and the Steelers were not good situations for him.
No.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
This is
You're
the
gonna
one thing
see that motherfucker running for his life.
that this is the one thing that the NFL does that Major League Baseball doesn't do. Like there's what 32 teams in football. There are 30 teams right now where their fans are going, you know what? We've got a shot. You know. Whereas in baseball, about half the teams are like, yeah, it ain't gonna happen. We know that for sure. I mean, nobody in Pittsburgh is under any delusion of like that the Pirates are going to contend for anything.
See, that's where the fucking mindset has to change. Because you know what? If you still have that mindset as a team going through, I mean, yeah, it's 1 year after the next. But you know what? That's fucking like one of your veterans, like 3 best years of his career.
Yeah.
So when you have a bunch of players like that around you, you have to fucking get the fuck out if that's the case. Oh, with that, man. Fucked up. Cheers.
To Steve Albini.
Good Steve Albini. Oy. All right. Well, I think we need to call it a day.
Sounds good.
I've had a Jameson on the rocks and a couple of beers. Yep.
All right. Well, Bob, thanks for coming on with us tonight, and
This was fun.
Good luck the rest of the way. I guess it's going to take some doing for you to catch the McBrides, but we'll see.
You know what? My hitting starts to come around. Get rid of the hitting coach maybe, and you know, get some good situational hitting going on with my team. Maybe I could. Maybe this team could.
You get your games up. That's going to be a big plus, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Filling out the roster even on Mondays and Thursdays. That's always hard.
I have a reminder before noon because I've been caught like you have plenty of times where the game has started and
Oh, hate that.
crap.
I think I talked about it enough so that this past weekend I actually made the change. It was like 2:03 or 12:03. I can't remember, but it was like I had 2 minutes to spare and I did it.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, it's been like 90% of the time I do that and it's like bottom of the first. And I'm like, ah.
Uh-huh.
So this was a good one. You know.
Well, Bob, it was great to hang out with you.
Yeah. This is fun. This is good.
Hey, that 1 point might have made the difference between 0-6 and 1-5.
That's right. I had the stat
Fucking
correction of
terrible.
somebody this week. Um, Logan Allen on Sunday. I got an extra point from him, I think. Maybe I got one taken away. I don't know.
All right.
We'll have to look into that, Lou.
You getting ready for football, Bob? Bob's in the relegation league. That's Lou's relegation league to Jeff's football league.
Oh, hey, I gotta show you guys something. So I I run a football league, and God damn it, fucking A, what the fuck am I doing here? There we go. All right. So I bought this because number one, fucking Paul Matija, he won last year against me. I mean, I snuck in and had great fucking like 13, 14, 15. Beautiful. And then Paul beat me at the end. We both scored a fuck ton of fucking points. He scored, he still scored 40 more than I did. All of our players went off that day. It was like the weirdest fucking shit. But when I started in my league was these little like $15 fucking like rings and shit that look like a goddamn championship ring.
Oh,
They're pretty fucking cool. I got a
Yeah.
2024 to give to Paul, and then I'm gonna have this one for the league this year.
I like that. I might steal that idea. I
That's
like.
But
cool.
basically, it really literally cost me 25 fucking dollars, and I got two fucking rings.
Oh, that's
It's so cheap. It's better than a trophy.
cool.
And a trophy you pay like what, $30 for?
The little trophy cost me. It's from a place in Marquette, Michigan. It's like $10, but they have a $20 minimum and $10 shipping, so it ends up costing $30.
Oh yeah. Yep. There you go.
I can't believe they don't want to devote their time to engraving a trophy that's going to cost $10.
This is total costume jewelry, but it's fucking hilarious. It's just fucking hilarious. Oh fuck.
Well, I didn't bring my charger down here, and I'm getting low on battery, so we should probably go anyway, right?
Are you on your computer or are you on your phone?
I'm on my computer, but usually I bring the charger down. But I was like, I don't need to do that. We won't be on
Oh,
for.
it's your laptop.
It's like, God.
Yeah.
I mean, this isn't a Phil Norman long podcast, but it's still pretty long. So
All right. Well, you guys have a great night. Yeah, it is
You
pretty
too.
long actually. We started at 8 or
Yeah.
2:41, but hey, you know what? Really good talking with you, Rob
Hey, this is fun, Jeff.
or Bob. Bob or Rob?
Bob.
he
Yeah,
either likes
yeah.
He prefers
I
either
was
Rob.
trying to do B mining and my email thing, and I'm just like, and shit, I went back. I had to go back to like the our site for the league and look under the managers and shit, and it was R mining.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was where I was fucking up.
Well, he prefers either Rob or Bobbert. It's one of the one.
Robert,
That takes me back to middle school, I think, Lou. Maybe,
how long have you
maybe
guys known each other?
Oh, it was like kindergarten, right?
pretty much, yeah.
No, I
You
don't
guys
know. It was
known
like
each other since kindergarten?
it was
Ac-
the Cal
Actually,
early
we
90s.
we were in calculus class together at Northern.
Oh God, I don't even remember that.
Yeah, summer school.
I remember that. I was a meteorology major then, and I had to take a 3-course calculus progression. And I'm decent at math, but it didn't guarantee success in calculus.
Yeah, I think that for myself, it was just a matter of I didn't give a shit. You know, like I don't know if I actually went to class more than half the time. You might have gone more than I did, Lou.
I don't even remember. I don't remember anything about it. I just remember staying up all night and studying the calculus for trigonometric functions, and you had to the derivative of the cosine equals the tangent
Yeah,
and all this stuff. And I was memorizing all that stuff. I remember my dad took this. He had to take a course like that too, as an engineering major, and he said that one of his classmates said, like, why are you killing yourself memorizing these formulas? You just derive them. And he looked at him like, are you fucking nuts? Christ. So I was the same way. I didn't understand what the hell I was doing. I had to memorize everything. So I stayed up all night before that final, and I got like a C something. I got it good enough that I didn't have to take it again.
yeah.
So I'm not a mathematical genius.
My kid tested out at Calc 1, so I think maybe Calc 2. I don't know. He's a better student than I ever was.
Yeah. That progression was when I realized that I wasn't a genius.
Calculus at NIU, ND Cal,
Yeah.
1988.
I thought it was Beer League 2008, 9, where you weren't a genius. Right. Insert joke. Awkward. Can you hear me?
Yeah. All right. Well, let's head on
All
out.
right. Jesus Christ. Let's go.
It's late.
Good night.
Thanks for coming on, Bob.
Thank you guys.
All right.
It's
See you
fun.
next week, Jeff.
See you later.